You had a little difficulty there.
I always have difficulty because I got fat fingers and no fingernails.
Let me try it. Can I try it? Let me try this.
Yeah, go for it. Just some sweaty cans. So, there you go.
Cool.
Big meaty hands over there. There you go. Yeah, because it's sweaty.
I'm all wet.
You're all
Can
wet.
I come in? The girl next door.
Come wherever you want. So
Hi.
also the girl next door.
Remind me.
Uh-oh. We need wrestling after dark, ladies and gentlemen.
Uh-huh.
So I was just gonna expose your business on air, but I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, that's all right.
So
I got nothing to hide.
Did you learn her name yet? Anyway.
Nope. She was, dude. So she wasn't home for like a week and a half.
Oh,
I
Jesus.
had no idea where she was.
Jail.
Maybe. Like, dude, her car was gone. All of her lights were like always off. Not that like I'm sitting there like fucking looking for her, but
rear windowing her.
yeah.
Yes.
But like I was like, what the fuck? And then just randomly, like one day, she was just like, hey.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, where you been? She's like, oh, I was away. I was like, cool.
Yeah, in the slammer.
That's possible.
It's very
That's
possible.
possible.
It's
likely.
Not only possible,
Likely.
it's likely.
Likely. Even.
But oh my god, I love your life. Welcome to We Need Wrestling, everybody. I don't know that I have to ask Brett how he is this week because I think we all
I
know.
have a blocked ear and it's really pissing me off, man. That's how the fuck I am. It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's blocked
I
to
get it.
shit.
Uh-huh.
I was talking to Michelle before this. I feel like I'm going to have to go to like
Yeah.
a doctor.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just feel that way.
Urgent care it up. Do you have a primary care physician?
Do I look like I go to a doctor?
Right, exactly. But I got to ask the question. I don't want to assume anything. Just go to
no.
urgent care. $50, $75, whatever they are, and he'll.
But like, what if they're just like, yeah, here's some pills.
It's the gamble you got to take, brother. You know what I mean? Because like if it's a waxy buildup, they're gonna get the little thing around.
And they're gonna irrigate.
They're
my
gonna
ear.
irrigate. You're gonna see the little train. It's gonna fill with more junk than you thought your head would hold.
That's true.
It's gross.
Oh,
it's gross,
brother. I've watched all the videos on
it's
YouTube.
gross.
People get their ears irrigated.
Right. So, but if it's not that, maybe they do just give you. Maybe it's a sinus thing because that can happen. Maybe you got some backed up sinus nuts going on in there.
What if it's like brain scramblies?
Could be brain scramblies. You never know.
It's possible,
Right. I mean, if you want to go like super dark and like, you know,
don't even say
right.
don't even say words where then if it happens, I'll kill you.
But yeah, no, I mean it's probably nothing. But sometimes you gotta get that shit taken care of, brother.
I might go tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
I'm serious.
yeah. If it's bothering you that much, I had it happen.
So
I
it
fucking
doesn't
hated
hurt
it.
at all.
No, mine. When
But I'm really like
yeah,
ready to scream. So maybe tomorrow morning I'll
Yeah.
go to the old
Go for
urgent
it.
care.
you go urgent care cares.
Cause
Mask up because
yeah,
I think
'cause we got a big weekend ahead of us.
we
pal.
got a big weekend ahead of us, and that's true. You're gonna be traveling. We're gonna be down there. You're gonna get only one ear working.
Yeah, I don't want that.
That's not great.
No.
How
are you?
I'm good, buddy. Life's okay. We just saw Blue Beetle. It's not a movie podcast,
Yeah.
but
Ripley,
you know,
what'd you think of the movie?
Ripley liked it. If you
Yeah,
can hear
clearly.
her. Starting her shenanigans early.
Real quick.
Real early.
Not fucking around at all.
But she killed a toy mouse, and she wants everybody to know.
Yeah.
But we
She's
saw
adorable.
Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
It rocked. It rolled. I lost control.
It was fucking awesome.
It was a lot of fun. Tons of fun. Great time. But we're not a movie podcast. We could be, but we're not.
If you'd like to hear thoughts on Blue Beetle,
Oh.
if the hosts of Long Box Heroes go
Yes.
this weekend, I don't know if they are.
I think one of the hosts has it on the penciled in for Monday night.
Roker the Joker?
No.
Oh, really?
I'll let you guess
Oh.
who it is. Yes.
Okay.
So,
Wow.
yeah.
When's he going?
Well, I mean, I don't want to blow up his schedule on air, but I'll tell. I know because I offered to go if he didn't have everybody to go with him. So,
you're such a good friend.
well, you know, sometimes people are like, I don't want to see that movie, and you know,
You give him a little extra nudge.
yeah,
I love going to the movie theater.
right.
It's so good.
You know, do the old popcorn trick.
On average,
him on me, not me on him.
On average, this is weird.
Yes.
Random shinfo.
Okay.
On average, how many movies does the average American see per year?
Do you know this?
Yes.
Like actually go to the theaters to see or watch at home?
Go to the theater.
The average American. Oh, geez. I'm gonna guess high. I'm gonna say 10 in the theater.
5.
Really? That low? Once every 2 months or so?
5.
I knew I was going a little high, but I thought most people would go like once a month.
And the driving force behind it is
money,
ticket prices.
Yeah, right. So, well, because think about this: if you're a married couple, that's depending on what time you're going, when it is. If you're in a city, it's $30-$40.
Yep.
If you have kids, that's another $10 a ticket.
Yep.
And then, so if you're the 2.3 kids or whatever it is, the average. So 2 kids, so a husband and wife, 2 kids, that's 4 people with, if you're lucky, $10 tickets. If you're not lucky, $15 tickets. So, if you're at $15, that's $60 with the 4 people plus popcorn's $10. A drink is $5. It's like $15 a person if people want snacks and shit.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
Plus your gas to get
right.
there. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, man.
Not everybody's brave enough to just walk in a movie theater with a Wendy's cup and be like, what are you going to do, throw me out?
It's true.
So
true. Or, they're not brave enough to just sneak a burrito into the movies.
Exactly.
Like I did during what was it, Prometheus?
Or have a battle vest and realize your battle vest has a giant inside pocket.
That was so funny.
Put a giant fountain soda in there.
When somebody realized that was hilarious.
It's a happy day.
Yeah. Or when you sneak a bottle of blackberry brandy into the Gateway Theater in Edwardsville during Spider-Man 3.
There were no rules at the Gateway,
dude. I just remember. Obviously a long time ago.
Yeah.
Getting fucking liquored up during Spider-Man 3 off Blackberry Brandy. Be like, what is this shit? And then watching it again where I was sober and I'm like, hey, I like this.
I'm still in the Spider-Man 3 is more good than it is bad.
I agree, 100%.
I actually liked it when I saw it because I liked the dancing scene initially. I don't know if I still like it, but I thought it was funny.
That and the Sandman.
Yeah.
Shit rocked.
Yeah, Sandman was cool. Who was the other villain in that?
Huh?
Sandman and who else? Wasn't there a second villain in that?
Yeah.
It wasn't Hydro Man, right? They didn't do that.
Who was it? Dude, it's been so... I saw it twice when it came out. I don't remember.
Venom. It was Venom.
Oh,
because it was black. Because black suit, and then it was Topher Grace.
It was Topher.
Yeah, Topher Grace is beefhead Eddie Brock, but not beefy. He was like
a real skinny, scrawny
cub
bitch.
Reporter Topher Grace.
That was so bad.
Eric from That 70s Show.
Oh, it was so bad.
Remember when they did the scene where he was without the venom on his face and he had like the spiky teeth? He was like,
yeah,
real dumb.
And
I take it back what I said about Spider-Man 3.
We should watch those again sometime.
I'm down. I ain't got no problem with them.
When.
I bet you the effects look real bad.
So I told you I watched the original Spider-Man.
Yeah,
it was on like TNT or something one night. All HD'd up and shit. Dude, the effects in HD look fucking terrible.
Well, and I remember when the teaser for that came out and it showed him landing on the top of the Empire State, like on the spike on the top.
Mind
and everybody
blown,
was like, holy brother. Shit, you could do this in movies?
Yeah, mind was blown.
I also remember when WCW versus The World came out for the PlayStation and everyone was like, these are the best wrestling graphics will ever be.
Yeah, and then you go look at the abdomens in like 4 pieces and oh god.
Yeah. That game still rules, though. But anyway.
It sure does.
See how I brought it back to wrestling?
Yeah.
Welcome to WeNeedWrestling, everybody. Did I say that already?
You did.
I'm good, pal.
Good.
Life is boring the way I like it. I don't have much to say because life hasn't shat on me.
Oh. So you would like to say...
You have some sort of cough.
That shit happens when you're trying to make ends meet. If there's a God, he took a big shit on me.
Yeah, well, no, he didn't. But but no, we're good. I had a good day today, right?
Dude,
we left work early.
We left work early.
We had a fucking
watch a sick movie.
We woofed down.
Oh my god,
fucking dude. Great burrito from Chipotle.
Listen, I'm a noted Chipotle hater. It was amazing.
I'm a chicken al pastor convert. That was good shit.
Have you ever had like al pastor from like a legit Mexican place?
I don't think so.
Next time we go to Talos in Scranton.
Oh, see, I was thinking about Talos today. Next time I go to Talos, I want them fucking empanadas again.
But dude, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Get the chimichanga, the El Pastor.
Yeah. Is that what you and Mikey usually get?
I always get that.
Yeah?
That's my go-to.
And it's chicken in there, or is it something else?
Pork.
It's the pork El Pastor.
Yeah.
Okay.
You might be able to ask them if
they might do the chicken. I like pork, but it's not my preference.
It doesn't taste like normal pork, you know?
Yeah. But so we woofed down some burritos.
Yep.
And then When the no Beetle ship, which is upsetting, but that's all right.
Horse shit.
You jerk offs going in there and buying them early.
Yeah, how dare you?
But we enjoyed the movie. I got some fig luck.
You
got
did.
myself the Blue Beetle sitting here in front of me.
It's so cool. It's burning a hole in me. I'm like, I want to buy every and then DC Legends,
DC Multiverse,
DC Multiverse, and then the Marvel Legends. And then you're like, oh well, Marvel Select is better than Legends.
They are.
I'm like, go. I want it all.
Comics in the Green has a lot of Marvel Selects up hanging up.
Don't tell me that.
They do.
Don't tell me
they
that.
get all.
Don't.
The Comics in the Green toy section has a lot of the multiverse too there. So yeah, so you can support a small business, and I think they're just about the same priced. So depending on what they are.
God damn it. Maybe I'll just be like, hey, one of my nephews, you want to go up here and pick out some shit?
Right.
And then I'll just buy it all for me. God damn it.
So, but yeah, good day. Now we're sitting here recording. We're going to talk wrestling. Yeah. We got a big weekend coming up.
Oh, more on that later.
A bigger weekend than we either one of us anticipated,
for
I think,
real.
right?
Yeah. Oh, no doubt.
And, yeah, man, I'm excited.
All right.
So, what do we got? What are we talking about? I know we got AEW.
Yeah.
I know we got New Japan. I know we got Noah. I know we got Stardom. I think you have Tokyo Joshi Pro.
Yeah. Only quick shit.
Yeah. So, we got a lot to talk about again. The end of the G1, which is huge. But where are we starting? What are we talking about?
I guess
today in the news. Well, this week in the news.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not gonna fucking go ad nauseum over the CM Punk shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because I felt nauseous this week over it.
Mm-hmm. The regular Filbert you were.
Listen. Listen, I'm Phil Pilled. To the fullest extent.
Yes.
I'm the first one to admit the dude's a fucking lunatic.
Right.
He's an asshole.
Right.
He's insecure. He's a dickhead.
Yeah.
But God, I love the guy.
He's your guy. He's been your guy forever.
That's the thing. He's been my guy forever.
Yeah. It's one of your few faults.
Oh, you son of a bitch. I just watched Punk the Final Chapter the other day because it was the 18th anniversary of it.
It's a shame it wasn't. Anyway.
How dare you? Oh, that reminds me. Ooh. So, watching the show, so Doug and I were texting back and forth, and I sent him the match listing.
That guy.
Oh,
no, I love you, Doug.
I would fuck you, Doug.
All right, there you go. I love you, Doug. But not
there's a match on there. It's Ace Steel versus. Do you remember Chad Collier?
Yeah, of course.
What do you think Chad Collier's up to now?
Oh, I have no idea.
He's a mentalist.
What?
Yeah, dude. He's a fucking.
I liked Chad
mentalist.
Collier. Let me see if Let me see if I'm picturing the right Chad Collier in my head.
I had to look it up because I know what everybody else on the show is doing or did. And I looked up, I was like, dude, what the fuck ever happened to Chad Collier?
Oh, yeah, he is.
He's a fucking mentalist.
He's doing that bit that Bill Murray does at the beginning of Ghostbusters.
Yeah, dude. And as Doug said, go from one con artist business to another.
Yeah, right?
Dude, he took a picture a couple months ago with Dino Machino on his Instagram.
Steve Malenko. I remember Chad Collier because he was a Chris Benoit clone.
Yes, essentially. Mm-hmm. But, all right. So, I love CM Punk. Whatever.
Right.
The whole shit with, there was the big thing came out over the Monday or whatever that he banned Hangman Page from coming from the building.
Right.
He wanted Matt Hardy banned. He wanted Ryan Nemeth banned.
I want Matt Hardy banned too.
He wanted who else was there? There's Hangman. Oh, Christopher Daniels.
Yes.
So it's come out that he never asked about Hangman not to come to the building.
Right.
And again, it's whoever you believe. Because he cut that weird promo on Hangman after Collision Saturday.
He sure did.
He's really shitting on him.
Right.
And then that report came out the next day.
And then 3 days later, he was like, come on, guys, I was concussed.
Yeah, come on. It's just a silly boy doing a silly bit. That's all.
Right, exactly. He's the silliest boy.
Yeah, he's a silly little boy. So, yeah, that came out about him. And then the Ryan Nemeth thing where he confronted Ryan Nemeth to his face about Ryan Nemeth tweeting about CM Punk being the softest man alive.
Right.
So he got in Ryan Nemeth's face over that. Then there was the Matt Hardy thing, which everybody's like, no, had nothing to do. Phil didn't send him away. Mm-hmm. Then the Christopher Daniels thing, where he said, well, if Ace Steel's not allowed here, then why the fuck should you be allowed here? Which, that's the one where I'm like, he's head of talent relations, though, man. Now we're picking guys over management. That's a little different. Then the Jungle Boy stuff.
Yes.
Which I personally think Phil was put in a position that he shouldn't have had to be put in.
Right. And that's a really good point, too. And maybe it's not out of the picture or out of reasonable thought that Phil inserted himself into that position.
And I agree.
But Phil shouldn't have to insert himself in that position.
Yeah.
It should be handled before Phil even hears about it.
Yeah.
But it does seem like he's trying to be proactive and sort of be the leader a leader, quote unquote, in the locker room. But he's trying to build his show and his brand, essentially.
Sure.
And, so we know the dude's a dick, but, if you're not listening to Tony Schiavone or whoever, if you're not listening to Tony Schiavone, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
But, that dude has, and that dude has the most wrestling experience, on televised, backstage, everything wrestling than anybody in that fucking company. But more than almost anybody in WWE, too.
Yeah. For real.
But, so just listen to people. Don't do stupid shit.
Yeah.
Especially not when you're a young boy.
Yeah. So, again, I'm not going to go crazy over it, but some of the things I think he's a little out of line for.
Mm-hmm.
Others I think he's probably right and justified in doing it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Phil makes things interesting.
Well, so
He's an entertaining guy.
Here's what I'll add to it, right? One, they're all wrestlers are babies. I mean, that's the one thing people don't realize. Wrestlers are babies. They're all messy bitches, and you're not. If you don't get into wrestling, you don't get in and become a professional wrestler without being at least partially a messy bitch, right? And CM Punk, as you said, might be one of the messiest.
Yeah.
But here's where I stand on it. Bottom line, end of list. Ryan Nemeth wants to come and throw his weight around, and and I think a lot of people are trying to needle Punk to get him in trouble and see what they can do, because I think there's a lot of bad faith actors who are trying to, well, I'll defend my friends, the Young Bucks. Your friends don't need defending in that way. But for guys like Ryan Nemeth and whoever else, Jungle Boy, who doesn't want to listen, and whatever. And Phil has a really big issue with younger wrestlers not listening to taking his advice. And you're not obligated to take anyone's advice.
You're not.
But you should also play politics a little bit and just don't outright dismiss him.
Yeah.
Just say, yeah, okay, and then just don't do it. A sidebar to that is there's a really funny Mel Brooks, we're not a movie podcast, but Mel Brooks very famously gets asked about all the controversial things that he did in movies and all the notes that he would get from studios. And the Blazing Saddles, the studios wanted the fart scene removed.
Yeah.
And all that, you can't use this language throughout the whole thing. Here's a note. You have to do this. You have to do this. You can't do this. You can't do this. And Mel Brooks says, they're like, why is it still in the movie? He goes, because I'd go to the meetings with them. I'd take their notes and I would throw them out. He goes, and I would never listen to them, and they would get my movie, and nobody would say anything.
Yeah.
And he goes, and that's just the way it was. He goes, I didn't argue with them. I didn't tell them no outright. I didn't say, well, this is better and this and that. I just said yes, yes, yes. And then when I went back to make the movie, I just did none of it.
Yeah, did it my way.
Right. So you could do that.
Yeah.
Right? But the bottom line for the guys like the Nemeth and whatever is, if you're selling more t-shirts, if you're putting more asses in seats,
yeah.
If you're popping a rating for somebody, then you get a seat at the table.
Yep.
Right? If you're selling more t-shirts than CM Punk and you're selling more, and there's, if you go over the loudspeaker and ask everybody in an arena to raise your hand if you're here to see CM Punk or the Hollywood hunk Ryan Nemeth, if more people raise their hand for Ryan Nemeth than CM Punk, then you can have, then your say goes over CM Punk.
Yeah.
But that's the way it always was. There's always dicks in locker rooms.
Oh, no doubt.
But it's the wrestling business, not the wrestling friendship. And fair or not, that's what it is.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm so exhausted with the Punk discourse. And of course we have to mention it here, and I'm fine and glad that we are. But it's fucking exhausting.
It's exhausting.
Because on the other side of it is listen, I am I'll say painfully smart, Mark, because I know too much about the business. I know too much of the ins and outs. I've ruined certain aspects of wrestling for other people, i.e. you. But I know too much, and it's my own doing. It's my own dirty dishwater, so I have to soak in it. But I wish I had less, because at the end of the day, I just want to watch good wrestling, right? And that's the other side of this is, because it all boils down to it's Punk and his cronies versus the Bucks and their cronies.
Sure.
Because the rumor is Kenny's fine with working with Punk, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, he's open.
Right, he's open to it, but the Bucks are the ones that are sort of talk to my lawyer, which is what a bitch fucking thing to do. But anyway,
the bitchiest thing ever.
The bottom line is, backstage stuff shouldn't matter to wrestling fans as much as it does. And I know we talk about it all the time on here.
Yeah, we have
But
to.
it shouldn't drive what you're watching on TV.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if I have to pick between being CM Punk in the Collider for on television in ring stuff versus being an elite on Dynamite and be a miter, I'm gonna pick Phil because he presents something on TV that I like more.
Yeah.
And I also think he's entertaining with his backstage bullshit because he is a giant messy bitch.
Yes.
And the Bucks are just kind of assholes who I wish retired.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. It's the discourse this week, like fucking crazy. And it's exhausting. It really is.
Yeah.
It really is. But, we can't not fucking talk about it.
Of course, yeah, because that's the biggest thing in wrestling. So.
Right.
Like news-wise,
right.
Anyway.
And, a lot of AEW haters out there just to hate on AEW because you've been Stockholm syndromed into thinking you need to defend the WWE with every fiber of your being.
Yeah.
And I'm very noted on the show. I don't watch WWE really because I don't like the product that they put forth even from a production standard. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
But I also don't spend my time railing against it on my social media or even on this show.
No, you don't.
Just don't fucking watch. And that's the easiest thing. We all have remotes. We can watch whatever. Everybody has 900 fucking channels.
Yeah, you can really watch whatever you want.
And what we do on this show is a pretty good example, I think, of the just wide range of wrestling you have. It's fucking super easy in most cases.
Very accessible. Yep.
So if you don't like something or someone, find something else.
Yeah.
You can watch old shit, new shit, any country, any
Red
style.
Shit, blue shit.
Right, absolutely. I watched an entire show that I didn't even put on the notes this week.
I'm happy you didn't because I didn't watch a single second.
That I'll talk about when we talk about it, but
yeah,
and I'll tell you the highlights of it and what I liked about it.
Highlights of it,
but yeah, watch what's fucking fun, man. Like, don't spend your time being miserable about stuff and be like, well, this fucking sucks. This dude's here. Just when the Young Bucks come on TV, just watch it through your fucking phone like I do.
That's what I've been
Problem
doing for a while.
Fucking solved. That being said, do you have anything else?
I guess another little problem.
Okay.
So Asuka started tweeting a lot the other night.
Yes.
And so I don't know the full breakdown, but the gist of it.
So this is actually in my Dude Googles the news.
Oh, all right,
so we can bring so I have from the Observer.
Oh well,
here that Asuka says Stardom was created to destroy me personally. She wrote, "I don't flatter anyone. Even in Japan, the media hated me because I don't flatter the media. In Japan, everyone was flirting with the media except me. I fought the media alone to take care of my fans." That's why some of the Japanese media still hate me. That's why I've always been a freelancer. And everyone in Japan knows I'm anti-Joshi Pro always.
Wow.
And then she said, the media could not bring me... Oh, here's her tweet. Hold on. It's still up even. The media could not bring me down when I came to America. They must have really wanted me to fail. I'm used to it because I have been fighting my critics alone since my days in Japan. But now that I'm here, I have comrades in arms. Charlotte, Becky, Triple H, and ... I've walked alone in the wilderness all my life, and here I have an oasis. To the Asuka aunties, I say, beat me up on the internet all you want. I grab everything. So, and then, the comments are, King Cody, you're amazing. Bailey, there's nobody like you.
Yeah.
Everybody just praising her and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. I don't know what else there is about it, but.
Yeah. I thought those comments were pretty, whoa, though. I know she said something like Stardom was created just to destroy me, kind of.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's fucking wild.
Yeah, and she said here too, what I said is in the past was before I came to America. Now the organization has changed, and there are a few players I know. So I don't know anything about it, and good luck to everyone who's trying their best. I'm especially concerned about Sayuri and Shirakawa.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
So.
Yeah. Boy, so I don't think Asuka will ever be going there.
No, I guess not. And also, that is an interesting thing because does that lend anything to Kairi Sane coming back?
I don't know, because Kairi started in Stardom.
Yeah, but they're close. They, so is she having a better time over here too because she likes to sort of live her life that way and not sort of bowing to Japanese media?
We're making bad business decisions, allegedly.
Could be. Who knows?
So I don't have anything else news-wise. So
Asuka rules though. So
I fucking love Asuka.
And has been one of the most consistent and best women's wrestlers in that company.
Yeah,
since she's been there.
incredible.
All right. Pro Wrestling News on the Google machine. Let's see. Pro Wrestler Brandy Rhodes. Jesus fucking Christ.
No.
That's from Women's Health. Is about to reinvent her career yet again. Calling her Pro Wrestler Brandy Rhodes is fucking hilarious.
That's like saying pro wrestler Brett Miles.
New Jersey pro wrestling legend faces up to 25 years in prison.
Oh, Tammy.
We know that sad story. I'm not going to get into that anymore.
Yep.
Tammy pleading no contest, finally in some way admitting her responsibility. I don't think she's fully grasping it still.
Nope.
But she's facing 25 years in prison, and frankly, I hope she fucking gets it.
Yep.
From WrestleZone. And this is going to be a little. I'm gonna segue this into a little piece of news that we have here too.
Okay.
Enzo Amore still bitter about not facing the Briscoes. Calls it the biggest injustice. He was on Busted Open.
The biggest injustice was me being there live at that show when it happened. That's the biggest fucking injustice.
Ring of Honor.
Yeah, piece of shit.
So Enzo said, this Saturday is my New Japan debut. It's not, because that's not technically a New Japan show. Technically speaking, in-ring debut, because when I jumped over that guardrail, I never quite made it to the ring. And then to invade Madison Square Garden and not get the match with the Briscoes, it was the biggest injustice to the boys. And then because of the people that rubbed my name through the mud and Big Cass at the time. The very next day, you put tickets on sale for Madison Square Garden when the Briscoes versus Enzo and Cass. G.O.D. You sell out Madison Square Garden again in a day's time.
This dude's so fucking delusional. It's kind of hilarious.
Now your company's for sale. Jay's no longer with us. There are things in this business that I'm bitter about that are still chip on my shoulder. It's like, dude, fuck you. You took that match away from me, and I'm never going to have it again. Do you have any idea how much I watched the Briscoes while I was in WWE? How much I heard about them from Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens? All these people. Me and Cass wanted that match more than anything. So, Saturday, Enzo set to team with Jack Cartwheel and Starboy Charlie. The Denim Dragon, Starboy Charlie, to take on Rich Swann, the DKC, and much to my fucking chagrin, Big Match Taguchi. So, I got a little bit of inside information, and I got a little text from an unnamed source. If you want the source, I'll let you know off air. I'm not going to put anybody on blast
for the very low price of $9.95.
Right, join the Ad Odds Patreon, I'll tell you. But Enzo Amore is on the New Japan, not the New Japan show, Jesus Christ, the All Star Junior Festival, which we're going to Saturday. Which we talked about last week. We bought the tickets.
Yeah, that might have been 2 weeks ago already.
Yeah, so he got announced this week, and it's a joke. Yeah, and Twitter was like, "This is insane." Yeah. Whatever. So I got here a text. From a friend of a friend that said that I called the 2300 Arena about getting a refund for my ticket for Saturday because Enzo got added to the show this week. And I completely forgot that he had the rape allegations. And I knew he's a shitty dude, but again, if you're limiting shitty guys on wrestling shows, there's gonna be a lot of fucking empty ring time.
Yep.
But I forgot about the rape accusations. So they said 2300 said they've had several calls already and told me they couldn't offer a refund. I said, that's unfortunate. I've gone to a bunch of events there. She said I could contact New Japan and then said wait and put me on a brief hold. She said she wanted to make sure she had their contact information. She said she's going to call New Japan to see how they want to handle it since they have had several calls to the 2300 Arena from people specifically about Enzo Amore being on this show.
That's crazy.
And so I have a screenshot of a text from a source that I've cross-checked. It's legit. So you want the scoop. I'll tell you out there who it is, and whatnot. But that's pretty crazy. And he's in the match with Taguchi. Which breaks my fucking heart.
That hurts too, pal.
Thankfully, we're getting too Gucci'd this weekend. So we'll talk about that later. But yeah, so that's a little crazy little Enzo Amore thing. Real one.
Oh god.
And he's like, I'm gonna be a New Japan proper if they let me do my thing. I'm like, what are you gonna do? Cut the same promo you've cut forever against an audience that doesn't speak your language?
Yeah, right. Like
he's 100%. And listen, I was all in. I bought in on Enzo.
You and Enzo were Twitter friends.
We were Twitter friends, and I liked the bit when it started.
Yeah,
I thought he was good on the mic. I liked the little guy.
I don't know anybody who didn't really like him.
Right, he was and then 6 weeks in, the lines were repeating.
Yeah,
the notebook emptied out, and you're like, Oh, he had like 3 good lines. I still like Zero Dimes.
Yeah.
I still think that's a funny one.
Sloppy jalopy.
But terrible in the ring. Big Bill's got better. I'm a legit Big Bill fan.
Big Bill's, he's all that.
Gs.
Yeah.
But Enzo, stinky doo-doo.
Yeah.
Joey Janela should have beat the shit out of him at that fucking concert.
Oh, that's the most embarrassing video ever. It's so embarrassing.
So, yes. Next thing in news from the Pro Wrestling Torch, Lacey Evans indicates she's no longer under WWE contract, no longer on WWE roster.
Cool.
And what the hell's her name now? Call me Macy Estrella.
Oh my god. Who gives a fuck?
She hasn't wrestled since a non-televised loss to Zelina Vega on July 7th SmackDown. She signed in 2016.
I remember there was that storyline during the pandemic where she was fucking Ric Flair and got
right, and we never got payoff. Listen,
because I think she got pregnant for real.
Yeah, she's definitely an attractive lady.
Yeah, nobody's questioning that.
But she certainly seems like a pain in the ass and not someone you want in the locker room, right? Mm-hmm. She seems shitty. Yeah. But I remember when she came out like dressed like the old timey, like with the tights with the slit of the line up the back, the seam up the back. She looked good. But yeah, I don't think she doesn't help anybody's fucking locker room. No big loss there. Nope. Medusa, Pro Wrestling needs a union. Nobody tell Hulk Hogan. And I guess that's it. This is good. I saw this from Sports Illustrated about 7 hours ago. I don't know if you saw this, but Hiromu said he wants to defend the title in America on TV, and has mentioned he wants to wrestle Darby.
Do it.
Hiromu fucking rules.
Hiromu's fucking incredible.
And let's be honest here, because New Japan won't pull the trigger on anybody. He's ran through opponents over there. So
that junior division, I love the best of Super Juniors, but outside of that, there ain't much
it's
going
real
on.
Good. But he's beating everybody, so just what it is. But yeah, I think that's good for the news here, right? I did look up WrestleMania tickets this week and threw my phone through a plate glass window afterwards.
That's going to be one of those, like, as it gets closer.
And EC3 says, control your narrative damages his career. And to that, I say, no shit, idiot.
Yeah. Like, are you
fucking nuts? God. You know what else damaged your career? Steroids. You know what else damaged your career? Your
belly.
Personality. You know what else damaged your wrestling career? Your shitty work rate.
It just fucking bugs me.
Right.
All right. God damn it.
Fuck that guy. What an idiot.
Seriously. So I didn't watch any WWE this week.
All right, good man. I like it.
A single second.
I like it.
Proud of you. Had no interest.
I don't think there's anything. I didn't even hear anybody talk about anything.
Yeah,
this week.
very little.
They did Becky Trish, but nobody's talking about it, right? It wasn't even main event. You pull it off a pay-per-view, it's not even main event.
I think something happened with a brawl with them, and now they're doing it on Raw in a cage.
Okay.
Which, cage matches, but we'll see.
Yeah.
So I didn't watch any.
Oh, did you see Charlotte and Andrade don't follow each other on social media anymore? And Charlotte took the wedding ring out of her bio.
Oh no! That's her. That'll be her third divorce.
Oh no! Yep, she's aiming for her father's goal. That's all.
Yeah, it's happening.
Right, 16-time women's champion, 19-time divorced.
Yeah. So I didn't watch anything on Rampage.
Your body looks like it's been soaking in a pool for 24 hours.
Ugh. That picture you sent of Flair in the group was
terrible. Yeah. His ear looked like it was molded out of silly putty and stuck on the side of his head. What a terrible... Happens when you're in massive liver failure and won't admit it.
Yeah, so I didn't watch Rampage at all.
Okay. Here's what I'll tell you about Rampage. Here's my 3 notes. You ready? Nothing card.
Okay.
Everything was fine.
Okay.
Saraya versus Sky Blue was completely okay.
Yeah,
so people said that was going to be the worst match ever.
I heard they did a lot of overtime on the editing to make it work.
So, you know what? I'm sure they did, but I don't, unless this match was twice as long, I don't even see how editing really mattered. I guess it could, if there's botches and stuff, but what they presented was it is better than any Taya Valkyrie match we got on AEW for sure. So, I didn't see the big deal. It was just, everything on the show was just fine.
Just a throwaway show.
Fine.
All right.
Couldn't tell you anything else that happened on it.
Good. So Collision.
Yes, because we're a bunch of colliders.
Yes. I thought the Ricky Starks promo to start the show was awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
I thought
great promo, incredible promo.
Yeah, actually. I thought him. So what? They said he's suspended.
Yes,
but he got himself a manager's license.
Yeah, which they didn't pay off on that show. I thought they would, but
yeah, kind of
weird. It's weird. We'll see what happens.
But he said he's bringing a war to AEW, kind of. So
right.
with him saying I got a manager's license, who's he gonna?
I don't know, but that means he's not in Wembley.
Yeah, that's weird. But I thought the promo itself was fucking.
Yeah, promo was good for sure. He's gonna miss the next 2 pay-per-views because of it. So maybe he got hurt a little bit, banged up.
It didn't air on TV, but the Bullet Club Gold video that you sent.
Oh my God, yes.
Was one of the funniest things.
I would say essential view. I mean, all Bullet Club Gold stuff's essential viewing, but essential viewing to this episode of Collision. They should have showed this on TV.
Yeah, Juice Robinson was sad because his match streak for Collision broke, and the rest of the Bullet Club Gold was cheering him up.
Yes.
And at one point, he just starts screaming, I'm hard, over and over
because
again.
they brought in Card Blade Switchboard.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'm hard.
Oh,
I'm hard.
So fucking funny.
Jay White says, I know what's going to take you from 6 to midnight.
Yeah, he did say that, didn't he? So, I missed a little bit of the show.
Yeah.
Because, I forgot to record it on YouTube TV. And it was raining at the time. So my DirecTV feed was cutting out.
Oh.
So I picked it back up where I think there was an Acclaimed tag match or something.
Acclaimed Iron Savages.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. It was, I don't have any notes on it.
When I picked it back up, it was like backstage with the Bullet Club in a promo again.
Yeah, it was right after it. So that was all you missed was that match.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So
because the BC Gold, they're rolling into Dynamite.
That's right.
To handle business because it's where the guns are going to be against the Bucks.
So the women's tag match, Statlander and Willow. Yes. You see the video of them on the roller coaster this week? It's so adorable.
Yeah.
Against Diamante and Mercedes Martinez.
Yes.
I thought that it was recklessly entertaining.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. It was hard hitting.
Like when Willow fell off the apron on laying on one leg, I'm like, oh no, she's fucking hurt.
Yeah.
But thankfully she's not. But yeah, I thought the match was like super fucking weird.
Yeah.
Like everybody was just they weren't stiffing each other, but it was just very let's just take neck bumps here for no reason.
They weren't stiffing each other, but everything seemed kind of tight. And, I liked it. I didn't think I would, but I liked it.
Yeah.
I think that the Diamante Mercedes ruined the cheating gimmick at the end. I don't think that a little off in position there, but I had fun with it. More fun than I thought it would be because I'm not Diamante and Mercedes aren't lighting my world on fire, you know?
That's for sure.
But
we get another disheveled Tony Storm promo.
Hollywood starlet Tony Storm.
So good.
Yeah. I wish that it was getting her out of the Outcasts. But whatever. I think it rules. I like it.
Yeah, she's fun, and she throws a shoe at the interviewer.
Does, yes.
Samoa Joe squashed somebody. Who did he squash?
He squashed your buddy Andrew the Giant, Andrew Everett.
Oh, God, fucking damn it!
Who commentary mentions that he thinks he's over 7 feet tall, but then he still does dives and shit.
That's the lamest shit.
That dude sucks.
It's so fucking lame.
I don't want to bury anybody. I don't feel feel bad about
that
it,
shit's lame as fuck.
Andrew Everett stinks.
Yes. But more importantly, Joe cuts the promo about Punk afterwards, just be like, I asked nicely.
You didn't get an answer.
You didn't respond. Right. Now I'm coming to get an answer.
He said, I'm going to convince you. I asked you. Now I'm going to convince you.
I love Samoa Joe.
Absolutely.
Christian is out cutting a promo.
Yeah, and he threatens to kill Darby.
Which is, dude, I fucking love Christian Cage so much.
Christian's killing it for sure.
And out comes Arn Anderson with Big Brock Anderson.
Big Brock Anderson.
Which,
with his twig and berries out.
I was going to say, somebody in the Discord put out, you could see this man's dick and balls.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, I can't look away now.
You certainly could.
So you get Luchasaurus versus Brock Anderson because Arn hasn't forgotten about what Christian's done.
Right.
Dude, so I didn't catch this during the match, but somebody did a clip of it on Twitter. There's either a suplex or a hip toss that goes awkwardly wrong, and you can audibly hear Luchasaurus say out loud, "What the fuck was that, dude?" It's just so audible.
That's funny. When that dude's questioning your fucking work rate, that's rough.
What the fuck was that, dude?
And that's funny.
And then so Darby comes out, runs him off, and we're getting Christian Darby. Did they make it official, right?
Did they?
I thought they made it official.
I don't know.
I think it might be for Collision.
It's going to be on Collision? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Hobbs. Hobbs is out.
Yep.
Says he calls out Miro.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm down
I'm fine with it. Yeah.
And then Miro gets jumped by QTV.
Ugh.
So it was all a setup. Great.
Cool, bro. But doesn't Hobbs get mad that they jump him?
No.
He's back with QTV?
I think it was just all the setup.
That's a shame.
Because then he lays out Miro with a spine buster.
Oh, right. That's a shame.
So that's going to be a program.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
All right. Yeah, I'm fine with it.
And then you had CMFTR.
Yes, Come Farther versus House of Black.
Going up against House of Black for the trios titles.
Yes.
People are mad that they got 26 minutes of a match time.
Why?
I don't it's just personal.
There's 6 people in this match.
It's just weird personal preferences, man.
If it was bad, I'd be like, why
I thought this was good, though, man.
Nothing wrong
Everybody
with it.
had their time to shine, I thought.
Absolutely.
I love that Brody gets the biggest reaction out of the House of Black.
He's my favorite wrestler out of all these guys for his presentation alone.
Him doing the fans doing the bark now with I love it.
I like when he's wearing the corpse paint. Like, he just, nobody looks like him.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, there's not another wrestler on the planet that looks like him when he's all done up like that.
Yeah.
I don't know why I got a frog in my throat
I know,
all of a sudden.
You got chicken throat over
but
there.
But I don't understand why people won't like him, but I fucking love him.
People don't like the match because the people involved, and it just clouds their judgment.
I guess so, man. I don't know. I liked it just fine. I don't think it lit the world on fire, blew anybody away, but it was a solid 6-man tag match.
Yeah, it was fun as fuck, dude.
Right.
It really was.
Right.
But House of Black does win.
Yes,
they retain the titles. After Punk gets dumped on the outside and Samoa Joe runs out
Samoa Joe chokes him in the crowd.
In the crowd.
Right.
It was fucking awesome.
For sure.
So, Dynamite.
Yes, Dynamite.
Yeah.
We're cruising through AEW.
Yeah.
It was a good collision, though.
It was good.
It was good.
You get Orange Cassidy versus Wheeler Yuta for the international title.
Yeah, open it up with that.
Yeah, I thought
that match.
Match was dope.
Nobody cares about Chikara BS.
Oh, match was real dope.
Yeah.
I liked Blackpool Combat Club coming out towards the end.
Yeah.
To distract OC a little bit, but it doesn't work. And OC still gets the win because that's his goddamn title.
He's going to lose it to Mox at Wembley, I would guess.
You think that's what they're doing? No, they're not doing that at Wembley.
Oh, right. Yeah, because they're doing the big match.
Yeah, Blackpool Combat Club against Best Friends.
That's the next week, All Out at the pay-per-view they're doing.
Oh, Vegas.
That's going to split out in the singles matches from that.
Okay.
And I think there's a good chance you're going to get Mox OC, and Mox is going to win that title.
I can see that.
He's the only guy that I think is involved anywhere that can beat OC and people won't have a fucking riot.
Yeah. Yeah. It breaks down afterwards.
Because then when OC loses, he goes for the trios titles with Best Friends again.
Oh,
and then Eddie gets his first shot at real AEW gold when he feuds with Mox.
Or when he feuds with Claudio over the Ring of Honor.
That could be too.
Because there's a big brawl after this.
Yeah.
Best Friends run out. And then out comes Eddie fucking Kingston.
Oh, yeah. Huge pop.
Dude, that place went ballistic.
But I did too in the house.
It was so awesome.
Sold out at the Soon Media Network North. Sold out at the fucking curtain.
When that fucking music hit and he ran out, that crowd was just chanting for him.
When his music hit, I questioned my ears. I was like, wait, what?
What is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By my calculations, he should still be on a plane home from Japan.
Listen, that man rushed home.
He sure did.
I love it.
So one thing I'll mention in this match, and I don't know who was doing it first, but I mentioned this a few weeks ago in the G1 about how Okada was doing the back body drop reversal where we would just kneel down on the guy. That's how OC wins this match.
And I said they're both in chaos.
Right. So one of them's watching the other one's tapes, and I think it's a really cool looking move, and OC wins with that. So
yeah.
So there you go. But Eddie, so glad to have him back. Your television is so much better with Eddie Kingston on it than it is without.
So the match at Wembley, it's going to be what? Him, Best Friends, and who else?
Lucha Brothers.
Lucha Bros.
Right? Because Lucha Brothers come out for the save
because that's
also.
where Penta looked real awesome.
Yes.
Because he
he had the Ric Fuller mask on.
Yeah, he had
with the 3 scratches across
the mask.
It. Nobody's going to get Joe's going to get that reference.
The no shirt and the sport coat over it. Right. He looked so cool.
Yeah, old scratch belly Ric Fuller. Yeah, got a hold of Penta's mask.
Ric Fuller, buddy.
I was obsessed with Ric Fuller on WCW. Scratch belly. I don't know why.
That's hilarious.
I thought he was the cool. There was a brief period where I thought Ric Fuller was like the coolest dude in the world.
I mean, he had his time. He certainly had his time.
It was 5 minutes.
He was no roadblock.
Well, who is?
So then that leads to the Kenny Omega.
Hold on, Ric Fuller's dead?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, a while ago, didn't he?
Oh no, wait, he's not dead. Hold on, wait, is he?
I thought he
He
was
retired in 2014.
Oh, maybe he's not dead then.
No, I don't think he's dead. That's good. He's 56 years old.
Oh. Well, he's been gone forever to
He's
me.
been gone for a long time. That part is true. But
But
right here, look. See,
I know Scratch Belly.
in WCW, he's got the scratch belly Rick Fuller.
Come on,
Rick
man.
Fuller. Seriously, I thought Rick Fuller was like the coolest dude
I was
in
a
the world.
goddamn WCW Saturday Night fucking devotee.
Right. I thought Rick Fuller was cool as shit.
That was on the mothership.
That's right, baby. Scratch belly, baby. He's coming down to the ring.
So, the Kenny Omega sit-down interview with JR.
Yes, that is what's next.
So, this seems to be catching a lot of flack.
Poor JR. I don't say that often, but poor JR.
For how, people are saying this is extra bad.
Yeah?
Kenny Omega, kind of insinuates that Don Callis got him on gas when he was
He
10
straight
years
up
old.
says he came and told me to take pills.
Yeah, so I just thought it was real weird because this was done at Daly's place in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
And they're sitting on this big stage where, you can clearly see somebody coming.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Right.
Don Callis just shows up out of nowhere. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
you'd be able to see him coming from a mile away.
Yeah. And let me just say this, too. If you know anything about Kenny Omega, pre, New Japan massive success, and he's in DDT, or he's in Canada in DDT as a junior, if he was on steroids from Don Callis, they were bullshit, because he was not a big dude.
No, he wasn't.
He was looking like Brian Cage when he was 19.
Well, this leads to Jay White and Juice Robinson jumping Kenny
right.
Omega. Real odd acting from JR.
Well, acting, or is he honestly just I fucking hate this? I think he hates the product.
So he came out this week.
Oh, did he?
God damn it.
What? Oh, no, I didn't mean that as a joke.
Right. I was like, oh,
no,
man.
I meant for real. I didn't know he said anything.
So he came out this week and he said how much more he enjoys Collision.
Really?
Yep. He said it's so much more laid back backstage.
Interesting.
It's not crazy. He goes, these guys just want to wrestle.
See, that's because Phil's cleaning up the fucking garbage.
Yeah, he's like, these guys just want to wrestle. And he
Yeah.
goes, there's no fucking hustle and bustle. And he goes, I think it's a great program.
Okay.
And he goes, I really love Collision.
Okay.
So who knows with that. But there was an awkward part where the camera's just zooming on JR. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh boy, you did him dirty here with this edit.
I think he just didn't know that he was on camera for those moments.
Yeah, even though it was a pre-tape.
Right.
Real weird.
Very weird.
So then this goes to Hangman Page.
Yeah. I also thought that that we were going to get Takeshita and Callis in the Bullet Club. And that kind of
Takeshita
thing.
jumps him too.
Yeah.
That's right.
But it's just, just loose alliances of bad guys.
So,
which is weird.
He
Hanger's drinking a beer at a hospital.
Yeah.
Clearly a hospital.
Yes, clearly a hospital, not a loading dock.
Right.
And says, okay, at all in, it's going to be Omega, Hangman, and Kota Ibushi.
Yes.
Against Takeshita, Jay White, and Juice Robinson.
Right. And this was what Hangman was supposedly going to film at Collision.
There's no fucking need for it.
What? Yeah. He's just trying to ruffle feathers on purpose?
No need for it.
Very confused.
Yeah. Next we get what's their name? Gates of Agony squash. They beat somebody, didn't they? Did they win that
oh my
match?
god, that's the Jericho Callis segment is actually next.
Oh wow, I don't have that written down.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
how did I fucking miss that?
Jericho's going to give Callis his answer,
dude. Okay, this is why, because this made zero fucking sense.
Yes. So Jericho says yes. He says, "I don't join factions, I create factions," but then says yes anyway.
Yeah,
which is a weird thing.
And Cal's
makes
like, all
no
right,
sense.
buddy, let's get out of here. Let's go to the bar. But there was
there's
frame.
There's a painting, and we know Jericho likes bits where there's gifts hidden under blankets. There's sheets in the ring. And he goes, "Well, I want to see this painting." He's like, "It's a picture of you, me, and
Bad News. We'll be all right. Let's go to the bar."
And Jericho wants to see it. He takes the thing off, and it's Callis, a painting of Callis holding the decapitated head of Chris Jericho.
I will say, pretty badass painting.
Yeah, it's cool.
I liked it.
And Jericho flips out, and Callis is like, "I didn't think you'd say yes."
He's like, "Yeah, I didn't think you'd say yes, and I didn't want you anyway."
Right, yeah.
What?
I don't understand any of it.
Yeah,
Whatever.
real backwards way of getting to where we need to go.
But we get Will Ospreay out to beat Jericho.
So, DJ, I don't want to toot my own horn or pat myself on the back or anything.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure I said this is exactly what was going to happen.
Probably, yeah. I mean, everybody knew Ospreay Jericho was happening. But I'll give you credit. I don't know.
I'm giving myself credit.
I'm no archivist, but I'll believe you.
Should be. You goddamn should be.
I forget what's said on this
Kudos
podcast.
to me.
2 minutes after I press stop on the record button, I forget everything
wonderful.
You said. You are wonderful. You're Mr. Wonderful.
That would never mind.
Even only one of your arms works.
Oh, that's sad.
So, but Ospreay comes out to beat up Jericho.
Out in some flip-flops.
You certainly will. And we get Jericho Ospreay for Wembley.
Yeah.
Which everybody knew was coming. No one should be excited about it.
No, I even said in the Discord last night, I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, Ospreay. Really don't want to see this match at all, but...
Right. So,
especially because Jericho kind of teases the Painmaker.
He certainly did. I hope it's Painmaker. Because at least Painmaker, I'll be like, okay, I know what we're getting here.
I saw somebody on Twitter said, if it's Painmaker Jericho, I will go up and go get a hot dog during this. Like, for Ospreay, it's probably really cool. Wrestling, he's wrestling Chris Jericho. Like, that's still a name. Like, whatever. And Jericho's screaming during that promo with Renee, where he's like, "This was supposed to happen 2 years ago in the Tokyo Dome," and I'm like, "Oh my god!"
Okay, 2 years ago in the Tokyo Dome, it might have been a decent match.
I don't know. Jericho was still a little.
Oh wait, was that chubby Jericho?
Yeah,
oh.
That's one of my favorite pictures ever. Him flexing with his big old titties.
But yeah, it's a thing. It's gonna happen. Whatever.
Yeah. So after this is this where the
Gates of Agony versus Darby and Nick Wayne.
Oh, okay. And who won?
I don't remember.
Darby and
Nick Wayne.
I just kind of watching it, but not really.
Because the match was only okay.
Yeah.
But we do get so Nana. They mention on commentary that nobody knows where Nana is.
Dude.
And friend of the show, Nana, happened to be kidnapped by Joker Sting.
So I've loved this because Final Wrestling Place from this week was chronicling Joker Sting.
Oh, nice.
Because YouTube or TNA put up a whole thing on YouTube, the complete history of Joker Sting.
Yeah.
Which I watched for 2 hours, brother.
Holy shit.
Yikes. And just for this to happen at this point.
Join the Patreon for the breakdown of all of Joker Sting's career.
Oh, Joker Sting.
I don't know that I've seen a single Joker Sting match.
So Ed will tell you it's bad.
Not an Impact guy, again. Remember that.
Yeah, Ed will tell you it's bad.
Ed will tell me lots of things are bad, but he's a silly boy.
That's true. It's not as bad as people made it out to be.
Yeah.
But it's not great.
Yeah.
Because it was just mostly him feuding with Terry. And by Terry, I mean Mr. Boulay.
Bad Terry.
Yeah. But this was fun. How he's just like, nah, where you going? Nah. Why won't anybody talk to me?
Right. Friend of the show, Prince Nana.
Yes. So after this starts the uber long MJF Adam Cole segment of the show.
So very long. I like the video. I like the idea of them going to Outback Steakhouse to do research for Australians.
That was very funny.
They should have done a bit where they found the original AEW title in the parking lot.
Yep.
Because, listen, I don't know if you remember, but I remember.
Oh, I sure
listeners
do.
remember, but I remember when Jericho lost that fucking belt in an Outback Steakhouse.
I'll never forget it.
So, but, and that was funny. And then... And this was where they double clothesline. They watched the kangaroo video, and MJF wants to do the kangaroo kick.
I did like when Adam Cole's like, I have Crocodile Dundee 1 and 2.
Yeah, right.
And he's like, oh, I spent $5.99 on this DVD. I want to watch it. That was funny.
And they they do the double clothesline to the guy backstage.
And then Tony Khan freaks out on them.
Right. It was just super weird.
Yeah.
All of that reminded me of Norm Macdonald's Crocodile Hunter bit. But anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then we get a little in the ring thing after the commercial.
Yeah.
And that goes on way too long.
It was too long. So it's too long.
It ended really well.
I agree. I love the ending, but it's too long. I do like them starting to tease them really not liking each other, sort of.
Yeah.
But
it's very close to Adam Cole's super kick and MJF.
Well, so that's because Aussie Open runs out. They try jumping MJF and Cole.
Right.
They get run off, and then that's where MJF is screaming at Aussie Open on the ramp, and Cole, you see Cole getting ready to super kick him, but then he doesn't.
Yeah,
and I was like, that ended really good.
Yeah. Cole should have done if he really wants to be a man, he should have while he was doing getting down, he squatted down right for the super kick. He should have mouthed "I love you."
Oh, that would have been so good.
Right.
Maybe he'll do that when it actually happens.
Yes, maybe because that's Listen, for my money, top 5 Shawn Michaels match. So top 5 Ric Flair match.
You're not wrong, man.
I love that match.
So
we get Jericho backstage getting stitched up,
Yes.
which confirms him at Ospreay at Wembley.
But after this,
Yes. Yes.
the Texas Chainsaw Massacre death match.
Yes.
Jeff Hardy versus JEFFJARRETT. Haha. That's right. Jeff Jarrett.
Mm-hmm.
Old Double J.
Yes.
This got announced during the week, and we were all kind of like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, correct.
So Texas Chainsaw Massacre has a new video game coming out.
They do. That is getting hammered in the reviews.
It really bums me out. So Jeff Hardy comes out wearing.
Can you play as Franklin in that game? I'll buy that game if you can play as Franklin, and you don't. You immediately die, but you spend the first 10 minutes alive just complaining about everything and fucking everything up for everybody else. Somebody hands you a flashlight, you lose it. You're in a tiny incline. You fall. You roll down into your wheelchair, and you're just whining and shitty.
Yeah.
And then you die.
It'd be so awesome.
It would be. I would primarily like, can I be Franklin? I just want to be Franklin.
Yeah. How do we describe this?
Arguably the greatest match in the history of Dynamite.
So, all right. I mean, it's out of control.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Hardy comes out wearing all white, and I was like, oh, someone's gonna die. And he just kind of doesn't go to the crowd. He starts walking through the crowd.
Very weird.
And he's like trying to get the crowd to chant Hardy.
Yeah. Well, because he needs to do his fucking dancing.
Yeah. So he kind of comes into this like hallway where it's all red in the backstage area, and this door full like with saws and hammers on the front of it. And Double J jumps him, and Satnam sings in the overalls again. And Karen Jarrett is Karen Jarrett.
Mm-hmm.
Jay Lethal's dressed like modern day Shawn Michaels with the wife beater and the cowboy hat, sans lazy eye, and fake Christianity. Sanjay Dutt's there, just dressed as a cowboy.
Yes.
And Matt Hardy comes running out, and Ethan Page and Brother Zay wearing like the white cowboy hat and the white fur coat.
Gets nothing on it.
I know, it's upsetting.
What a joke.
Dude, this is it's a massacre.
Yes, it is. No, it certainly is. Divided the audience a little bit, but I had a ton of fun with it. A little bit. I guess a lot. I don't know.
People fucking hated
I had so much fun with
this.
They
hated us that, like, I think Dustin Rhodes had to, like, tweet something about it. Yeah.
I had so much fun with this.
I did too.
All of the sponsorship money Tony donated to the Maui food bank.
Yeah.
I liked it. I don't care. It was fun, and sometimes that's all wrestling needs to be.
So, I just did some quick math.
Okay.
I'm sure you saw me counting it out.
I did. I was very confused.
This will drop.
I also saw the smoke come out of your ears.
That's true. I wish that anything would come out of my ear right now, including this blockage. This will obviously, people listen to this on August 18th.
Okay.
And that marks the 50th anniversary of the events of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So there you go.
They should have done this on Rampage.
Yeah, but nobody watches that.
What should have been just all of Rampage should have just been this.
I mean, I have highest rating ever.
Right.
But yeah, so they actually like go back to the ring. There's some wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
People get put through tables. Jeff Hardy gives Jeff Jarrett a swanton through a table.
The shoot swanton.
Yeah, because
that's a shoot, brother.
Dude, it's all Jeff Hardy landing on you. But eventually, Double J gets the win and is officially your new Leatherface Deathmatch champion with a fucking belt and all.
My Deathmatch king.
Brother, I am so
Who grandpa'd him in the back of the head with the hammer? Was it Ethan?
I think it was Ethan, yeah.
No, Ethan's on Matt Hardy's side. It must have been Jay Lethal.
Okay, all right, sure.
Or maybe Satnam. I don't know. One of them.
It was just like one of those, I'm just sitting there watching this like,
yeah.
What is happening?
Yeah.
I didn't hate it.
No, I liked it a lot.
It was fun as fuck.
Yeah, I thought so.
And he has a new Leatherface Deathmatch.
Yeah, the belt looks cool.
It's cool as shit.
We'll probably never see it again, but it doesn't matter. It's awesome.
He needs to carry it around at all times.
He does.
Fuck, it's so cool.
Yeah, I liked it. I had so much fun with this for real. So.
Yeah. So you cry baby's knocking off.
Deal with it.
Show should have ended right there.
Yep.
Show didn't though. Britt Baker had a match with the Bunny.
Sure did.
Just sucked.
Sure did.
Not good. The Acclaimed were coming out to have a match with 2 Joe Bears.
Yep.
And they get jumped by House of Black.
Lights go out.
They sure did.
I thought we were getting Spooky Billy.
I really wish we would have got
Spooky Billy. Or Billy with the rescue. Like, when they were getting beat down, I was like, all right, here comes Billy. And then they're continuing to get beat down. I'm like, oh, if Billy comes out now, it's going to look real bad because why wasn't he out earlier?
Yeah.
And then Malachi Black grabbed his boots. And I was like, okay, now Billy's going to come out because you don't touch the man's boots. And I was like, oh, okay, Billy's just not coming out.
He's not there.
Yeah.
Max Caster gets some color.
He does.
I like it.
Yeah.
And then main event.
Yeah, Guns Bucks. I don't care.
Who was it? Who are they against?
Guns versus Bucks.
The Guns. That's right. That shows how little I've.
They gave 10 minutes of TV time.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit.
Not for me.
I don't like it. I don't need to like it. Didn't like it. Not gonna like it.
And then Bull Club Gold runs in at the end.
Yeah.
And then didn't somebody else run in at the end?
I don't know on my notes.
That fucking sucks when I'm forgetting.
That's how fucking forgettable it was.
Yeah, not great.
His hanger wasn't there.
No, who ran out?
I don't know. Somebody came out to save the Bucks?
Yeah, somebody did.
Oh.
Who was it? Who was it?
I have no idea.
It's going to bother me now.
Is it? Did somebody come out and save him?
Yeah. Oh, it was FTR.
Oh, right.
That's right.
Because they want him healthy for Wembley.
Make sense for me.
Yeah, because it makes no sense. That's why we forgot about it.
That's right.
Yeah, because they want him healthy and at 100 for Wembley.
So that's AEW.
Yeah.
We got 2 weeks left till Wembley.
We do. Well, no.
Less than 2 weeks now.
Less than 2 weeks now.
So,
one Dynamite.
Yeah. Next week's the Go Home
2
Dynamite.
Collisions.
Yeah.
Right? Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
And two Rampages, technically.
Yeah. What are they going to do with Collision Saturday? Oh, they're probably going to... Oh, I know what they're doing. Wednesday, they're doing the Dynamite Collision split taping.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so then they could all fly over to...
But I hope they brought enough chalk to put that white line down the locker room. Yeah. This is your side, this is your side.
Yeah. Don't come talk
put the sheet up at the bed like, what's that, Mr. Nanny with Hogan? When he's in bed with the lady.
Oh, yes.
And he puts that, and it sounds like he's jerking off, but he's lifting weights.
Oh yeah, because you see the silhouette of him?
Yeah.
What a fuck.
Was that Mr. Nanny?
What a flick, huh?
That is right?
I think so. As sure isn't Suburban Commando.
No, sure isn't. I know that movie front. You're a dead man, Ramsey. No wonder you guys don't talk.
Yeah.
Old mean Mark. I was frozen today. I really like that movie.
I'm so happy I have a Suburban Commando shirt.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah, that's it. I like Collision. I like this Dynamite. We were talking about this earlier. Clearly, if you just listened to this podcast for the last hour, and I'm sure you did, not a great wrestling Dynamite.
No,
but I liked all the goings-ons. I'm excited for Wembley.
A lot of pieces were moving.
I think the card is getting built well. I know a lot of people are complaining about it, but on a big show like that, you want to get as many people as on a big show. Like that, you want to get as many people on the card as possible, right? So you do a lot of multi-man matches.
Course.
That's what wrestling is. Deal with it.
You have your couple marquee singles matches, and that's it.
Right. And that's the thing, like, everybody's like, oh, we're not getting Omega Takeshita on the show. It's like, well, you don't want Omega Takeshita on the show because MJF Adam Cole are going to have to perform in the main event.
Yeah, and that match is just going to happen at All Out the next week.
Right, exactly.
You would think.
Right. You're going to think that that a lot of this is going to spin out into All Out
or
stuff.
people like saying they wanted Omega Ospreay.
Right.
Like,
No, New Japan has that locked down.
That's at the Dome.
Right, that's at the Dome. Right.
I did see Zack Sabre Jr. work the ROH taping last night, though.
Yeah?
So he's here in America.
He's on Multiversity. He's on Sunday Show.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Maybe more on that later. So, all right, you got your bags packed?
Well, so should I watched a show from Mexico this week. Does that count here?
That's considered international.
Okay, we're considering that international?
Yeah.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah.
Then my bags are packed.
All right.
Let's go.
Let's hit it.
All right. Look at us. We're in Mexico.
We sure are.
Starting in Mexico. You didn't watch this. I did.
I didn't watch a single second.
Because what was this, Saturday?
Yeah.
And the Sunday, whatever, Saturday and the Sunday? No. Friday and Saturday?
No, it was Saturday night and the Sunday.
Okay, right, because the last night of the G1 was started at like 2 a.m.
Yeah, I went to sleep for an hour or two.
My plan was to sleep, and I didn't.
Because that's right, because I woke up and everybody was still talking in the Discord. I'm like, wait, this show's still happening?
Yes. I ended up watching like a bunch of wrestling that night and then watched AAA because the people were hanging out in the Discord like, hey, I'm going to watch AAA. And I was like, well, I'm going to watch AAA too. And I don't normally watch AAA. And I'll explain why. And if you listen to the show, you know this about me. I'm not the biggest Lucha fan. I like them as a highlight on a wrestling show.
Sure.
Like, I love the cruiserweights in WCW. We talk about that all the time. But like, whenever I watch AAA, it just, it does not hit me the way other wrestling does. Nothing wrong with it. It's just not my preferred thing.
Yeah.
Right? So, but people were up. I like hanging out in the Discord. I like talking to Silverthorne and Dwicky and whoever else was there. I really had a great time watching this because we were all just hanging out, chatting, and whatever. And the spectacle is there. And I saw wrestling, like, all this once described as, like, American wrestling is good versus evil. Japanese wrestling is, like, strongest competitor versus strongest competitor. Mm-hmm. And Mexican wrestling is sort of spectacle.
Sure.
And while it's impressive, and I like a lot of the shit that they do, it just doesn't captivate me like regular wrestling does.
Yeah.
So I don't have anything to talk about on the show. I know Vikingo passed out afterwards. There was a lot of cool stuff. QT Marshall won a title, which is weird.
I saw that.
Taya Valkyrie hit a fucking gusher.
That was brutal.
And also had a pretty good match, which is super weird to me because her AEW stuff is horrid. Mm-hmm. There was a women's match in the very beginning, and I was like, "Who are these ladies?" And I got some new Instagram follows out of it.
I see.
But like, I like Psycho Clown. I like El Cheeseburguesa. He's a real funny guy. And like Psychosis wrestled, Negro Casas, which is insane. So I liked a lot of the stuff, but I was like, it's not my thing. I don't mean, nothing was like, oh my God, this was crazy. Lots of cool stuff, but like, I don't know, it's just not put together of a product the way I particularly like.
Sure.
But I did watch it, yeah. Good. I guess the point of me wanting to talk about it here is just like, so I can let people know how much fun I had watching it and being able to chat with other people in the Discord.
Yeah, that always
shout
helps.
out to the people who watched AAA with me. I love most of you. I'll let you guys figure out which one I don't like.
Boy. All right, so Japan stuff.
Yes, now we're in Japan.
Yes.
It was our connecting flight was in Mexico. And now it's Tijuana to Japan.
The most seamless route.
Right. It was Soon Medium Network North to Tijuana to
all
Japan.
over Japan, really.
Yes. And also shout out Roy Lucier. He didn't listen to this, but all over AAA.
What a fucking
broadcast
madman.
everywhere. What a crazy person.
So, all right, I'll touch on stuff that I know you didn't watch.
Go for it.
So DDT.
Yeah.
It was Saki Akai's 10-year anniversary show.
Oh, okay.
Saki Akai is retiring this year. So the main event I did watch, it was Veni, a.k.a. Asuka, with Maya Yukahi and Saki Akai against Rina Yamashita, Shoko Nakajima, and Takumi Iroha. Goes about 19 minutes.
Okay.
Saki Akai wins the match for the team. Her anniversary show. Why not? Especially if she's retiring. But yeah, it's fun to see some Joshi names that don't really get propped up too hard. Like Rina Yamashita's kind of just like the deathmatch girl. She has a lot of success in GCW. Yeah. Shoko Nakajima, she's the one that like is probably the best wrestler out of all these people. Yeah. And a lot of people were saying like, maybe Tokyo Joshi Pro should start treating her a little bit better.
Right, I agree.
So there was that. From Tokyo Joshi Pro, did you watch any of this?
I did not watch any Tokyo Joshi Pro.
So I watched 3 matches. I'll watch 2 matches. One of them I don't even need to talk about, really. Sure. So one of the semifinals for the Tokyo Princess was Miyu Yamashita versus Yuki Arai. I thought this was very good. Okay. Miyu Yamashita kicks fucking ass. Yeah. Loved her on her little tour she did in the U.S. Bummed I didn't get to see her, but she didn't really come anywhere super close. Yeah. But she did get a picture with the boar.
Nice.
Which makes me real happy.
Yes.
But the finals was Miyu Yamashita versus Yuki Kamafuku. Which was really Kamafuku. Yamashita gets the win. So they said this is the 10th, I believe, Tokyo Princess tournament.
Okay.
And they're like, it took her 10 tries to win the tournament.
Weird.
When she's been like,
she's
big face of
their
Tokyo
ace.
Joshi Pro.
Yeah.
And so at the end, Mizuki comes out. She challenges her for the title.
Oh.
So it's going to be Yamashita versus Mizuki.
That's going to be a good match.
That's going to be awesome.
Beat the shit out of each other.
Very excited for that.
Yeah.
Stardom.
Yes, I watched Stardom.
Okay. So did you watch anything? Because they have a weird fucking schedule right now.
Yes. I only watch stuff from Stardom X Stardom.
Okay. So from the 5-star Grand Prix,
Yes.
night 6, I watched 3 matches. Julia versus Mariah May.
Okay.
This match was like the 2 big egos collide and collapse.
Yes.
Julia wins because Julia fucking rocks.
Okay. She does. That's true.
I should have
opinion.
told you to watch 2 of these matches because Natsupoi
Oh, my girl Natsupoi.
had a draw with Siri,
Oh, yeah.
and it was fucking
I
awesome.
saw a lot of people talking about Natsupoi.
Dude, at one point,
That's my girl.
towards the end of the match, Siri is just stomping Natsupoi's back into the mat.
Yeah.
It's fucking gross, but it goes to a draw.
Okay.
A lot of draws in this tournament. Then also Mayu Iwatani versus Suzu Suzuki was real good.
I like Suzuki.
Yeah, that was also very good. I don't have the updated standings for the tournament or whatever. Because night 7, I also watched another Natsupoi match.
Wow.
Versus
Friend of the show, Natsupoi.
versus Mayu Iwatani.
Okay.
Natsupoi beats Mayu Iwatani.
Nice.
And the match is fucking sick, dude.
Natsupoi's my girl. I'm a big fan.
Dude, I think I'm on the Natsupoi train.
Good. You should be.
Or some Natsu boys.
Ooh, we are Natsupoi. And we got the name of the show, everybody.
Don't mind me. So I watched 2 matches from the Stardom X Stardom show.
So if I was to type out
which
Natsu,
is so fucking weird.
if I was to type out Natsubois, am I spelling it O-I like her, the end of her name? Or,
Absolutely.
Okay, so it's like we're also skater boys.
We see you later, boys.
Natsu boys.
Not some buzz.
All right.
Buzz
I like it. All right.
in New York City.
A couple of Natsu boys.
That's all. So from the Stardom, it was like I don't know if it was like a pay-per-view show or whatnot. It was just smack dab right in the middle of this tournament.
Stardom X Stardom?
Yeah.
It was a pay-per-view. I don't know why.
So weird,
Yep,
right?
super weird.
I only watched 2 matches.
So I watched 4.
4.
No,
Holy
5. 1, 2, 3,
Jesus
4, 5.
Christ.
I watched 5 because, which is almost most of the card, but
Madman.
so I hadn't watched anything this week, and I was like, I gotta go around to Stardom, and I had some time like pre-Dynamite to watch, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna put on this Stardom show because I know I want to watch a couple matches, and then I was like, oh, but I like these people, and so I started with the high speed title match because I generally like those matches.
Was it Azumi? Is she still the champ?
No, it's Saki Kashima.
Okay.
Is the champ. She's the one who got kicked out of whatever in that cage match all those weeks ago. Versus
I think it was Oda Tai.
Oda Tai. Versus Kaguma. She retains in 4 minutes and 53 seconds in what I'm regarding as the slowest high-speed title match ever.
Okay.
It's under 5 minutes, but they work this at a crawl. And I like these matches because since they're the high-speed title, usually the opening thing is like a hard kick in the face. And this was like, no, we're going to like work the arm. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Hashtag not my high speed.
I then watched the Goddess of Stardom title match, which is Cosmic Angels, Natsupoi, and
It's a couple of Natsu boys.
Sari Anua, whatever, versus Club Venus, Maria May, and Mina Shirakawa. Cosmic Angels win.
Okay.
They become the
Well, I'll
champions.
say that was a title change,
It is a
yeah.
title change. And this match ruled because then this is the theme with this show. There is neck dumps everywhere.
All right, I like that.
So Mariah throws a Saito suplex on Natsupoi right on the top of her head. And I think, I thought to myself, larger people, like women's wrestling has a much stronger focus on flexibility than men's wrestling. Larger people, if they took the suplexes that were thrown in this match, would perish in the ring.
Sure.
And then Natsupoi hits a rolling La Magistral cradle. She hits the La Magistral, and then when she does the pin, she rolls with it like 3 times. I'm like, that's awesome. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do that.
Natsupoi rocks.
Natsupoi fucking rocks. Every suplex in this match is killer. I like the shit out of this match. This was really good. Goes about 13 minutes. I then watched the New Japan Strong Women's Title match.
You're a madman.
Which is Julia, the champion, versus Stan Hansen's favorite wrestler. You
fucking popped me with that
I
so
did.
hard.
I know. I wish I saved it for the show, but it was worth it in the car because you were like, "Who is that?" I'm like, "You, you." That's why you for anyone.
That's right.
It goes 19 minutes. The match is just okay. You hits really hard, but the match I would say was just okay at its best. I'm going to assume you watched the IWGP Women's Title.
I sure did.
These are the last 2 matches on this card.
Yes.
Mayu Iwatani, the champion, versus Utami Hayashishida.
I'm so happy that you pronounced that correctly.
There you go.
I wish she had
Hayashishida back from a tiny little trip.
I wish she had her shorter hair still too.
Yeah.
Just a preference. But this match fucking rocked.
This match is as good of a match as you'll see anywhere in wrestling in the world from this last week or month. This match rules. I like this match a lot.
Okay.
I mean, it's not Osprey Naito, but it's a very, very good match.
It's awesome. Yeah, it
I
fucking
think
rocks.
actually underrated on Cage Match.
I think so too.
This match is really good.
Dude. Of course, like the viral thing was the finish of this.
Yes.
Of
The
Mayu
Poison Rana spot, yeah.
hitting like the springboard Poison Rana.
The backwards, like the blind.
Fucking crazy.
Right, like the blind dive springboard. Crazy finish. It's been gift everywhere, deservingly so. I dug the shit out of this match.
Yeah, I did too.
Again, lots of suplex neck bumps.
Yeah.
Crazy shit, like just dropping people on their fucking heads.
That prestigious IWGP Women's Title, baby.
Yes, right. I like this match a lot, though. I did too. Very good.
I thought it was
very,
fucking
very good.
awesome.
Yes.
But yeah, main event for the World of Stardom title, the red belt.
Yes.
Tam Nakano going
champion.
up against Megan Bayne.
Megan Bayne, not her debut, right? But
No.
like pretty new.
She
Over
attacked Tam at the end of the one show.
Okay.
I think it might have been before the beginning of the 5-star GP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And very bigger woman than Tam small lady. Looks like a goddess, like a Wonder Woman Paradise Island
Yes.
goddess. An Amazon, if you will. I love the headdress that she wears.
It's real cool.
Like sort of like a little bit of like Mighty Isis sort of stuff going on there. Great presentation, looks really cool. And this match is sort of a lot of people saying a David versus Goliath kind of thing.
I could see that.
I don't know that Megan Bayne's necessarily the best worker I've ever seen on these shows.
No.
But she does her job well here.
Dude,
Which is just throwing Tam around.
The spot of her gorilla pressing Tam to the outside, and Tam just takes like a flat bump on her stomach. The thud that it make this like when she hits the ground is so fucking gross.
The thing I'll tell you about this match is I had this sort of mini revelation while I was watching it. Is I would send this tape to AEW, and I would say, because you seemingly don't know how, this is how you book Lance Archer.
Yep.
Right? You don't have to win.
Just look like a killer.
But just let him beat people up. Let him throw people around, and then let the little guy get the win.
Yeah, let him get caught.
I don't understand. Like, you can do this. Archer's fucking good.
Yeah, because Tam retains the title.
Right, Tam retains. But she was in peril. Right?
Yeah, pretty much the whole match.
Great. And it worked.
Yeah, it
so
did.
I liked it. This is how I would do Lance Archer matches.
I agree.
Whatever. Bane looks super cool, plays the part really well. But, she's better than Hikuleo. But I liked it.
Yeah, I did too. Stardom is still continuing their 5-star GP.
Yes.
As it gets updated.
We'll figure it out.
Noah.
Come here. Your tried and true one trusted source for Stardom.
Yeah, that's all. The only one out there.
The only one. Just us.
So
where are we going?
Noah. The N1 victory.
Yes.
I have 2 matches from night 4.
Night 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
What?
Nope, that's not right. How many nights were there?
There was only 1, I think.
Oh, it's only night 4. There's only 1 night we watched.
Yeah, because they're off for like a week.
4. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You watched 5 matches? You fucking sicko.
Yeah. I watched Nakajima versus Inaba.
Okay.
I thought this was good. I thought this match was the crowds get really rocking. This was early on the card. I'll always watch Nakajima. I love that man. I think this was the best that Inaba's looked for me. This is just two guys beating each other up. Inaba starts on top and sort of beats Nakajima. Nakajima hasn't, I don't think he's won a match yet. Maybe he won one. So like everybody's like, what's going to happen here? And Inaba opens up, sort of just beating the piss out of him. But Nakajima does come back. Crowd gets fucking rocking for this one too. Goes about 13 minutes. I then watched Masakita Miya versus Yoshiki Inamura.
Nope.
Okay, this is the Biggie Langston offer match.
Okay.
This is big men slapping meat.
Oh, I was like, did somebody get their neck broken?
No. I felt like a bigger man after this match. This was so much fun for me. There's just two dudes running. It's just a brick wall and a brick wall trying to see which one's going to fall over first. I love the shit out of this match. Masaki Miya with like 6 points. Like, Kimiya's showing up pretty good in this fucking tournament.
Yeah, so
and I love
far.
that dude. I then watched, which you're gonna make fun of me for, Manabu Soya versus Saxon Huxley, the ace of Noah.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
So I saw that Soya beat him, and I wanted to see that.
You just wanted to see him lose.
I wanted to see Huxley lose.
I respect the
'cause he
hate.
stinks
I
out
respect
loud.
the hate. All right.
This thing goes 12 minutes. Huxley isn't fucking good. The best thing in this match is before the match starts, they have an Ultimate Warrior rope shake-off competition where Soya gets in the ring and shakes the top rope, and then Huxley shakes the top rope, but the crowd doesn't react for Huxley, and then Soya does it again, and the cameraman who's on the apron while he's doing it, when Soya does it, shakes his camera violently, like Soya's shaking the world.
All
And I
right.
was like, that's hilarious. Nothing else good in this fucking match at all, except for the fact that Saxon Huxley loses. Fuck that guy forever.
That was a pure hate watch.
It was. I then watched Keno versus Yuki Yoshioka.
I also watched
Okay,
this.
we're all caught up.
Yes.
Goes about 20 minutes.
It does.
Yes.
I'm not used to the tournament matches that can go to a half hour long.
Right.
Keno fucking rocks, dude.
I like Blue Keno more than I liked Red Keno.
Ed just screamed. Mm-hmm. Sorry, Ed.
That's fine.
Yoshioka has been super impressive, though.
Absolutely.
Coming over from Dragon
Yes,
Gate,
absolutely.
very impressive.
Here's what I'm going to tell you about Keno. Red Keno never did a cartwheel. And you know who's on my side for that one? Todd. Because Todd loves one thing about wrestling, and it's cartwheels.
All right.
He does a cartwheel evade on the apron, lands on the floor, and then German suplexes.
It was pretty.
It was awesome.
It was pretty sick.
It was awesome. Yoshioka, a massive N1 surprise so far.
Yeah.
Dragon Gate is popular and is sure really good.
I don't have time.
He is wasted there. If he's as good as he is, as he has been in this tournament, wasted in Dragon Gate. He needs more eyes on them. And I know that stinks for Dragon Gate, but it's just what it is.
Yeah.
Imagine if Okada stayed in Dragon Gate, what the hell would have happened? So, whatever. Or if he stayed in Chikara.
Baba Chop.
I like this match a ton.
I did too.
And again, I do. I think I like Blue Keno better. He looks to be having a little more fun. Yep.
How about him like taunting Marufuji
during
the match and after the match?
Right. He's having more fun. I like him. And then the main event of this show, I think, or at least the main event of my heart.
It's the main event, brother.
Michelle's picked to win the whole thing. El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr.
Let's go.
Versus, coincidentally, Go Shiozaki. This goes over 24 minutes.
Brother. This fucking ruled.
This,
the chops.
Yeah, so Go Shiozaki, we've said this before, he has the best chops in wrestling.
Yep, no doubt.
Right now, if not ever.
Yeah. His chops are incredible.
They are nasty. Mm-hmm. And Wagner is also heavy-handed like a motherfucker.
Yep.
But Go throwing these chops, it is a religious experience.
I love it every time.
It is.
When he machine gun chops you. Oh.
Yep. It is a religious experience to watch this man hit somebody in the chest like that.
I agree.
Yes. I like this match a lot.
Yep.
The chops are gross. The weird springboard crucifix rolling pin thing looked like trash. Like they both kind of miscommunicated on that one.
It happens.
It happens. I think but that takes what should have been a really high 4 to 5 star match and drops it down a little bit. But this match ruled. Both these guys are doing well. The crowd is behind both of these guys. Wagner's a popular fucking dude.
I've been fucking saying it.
You have been. And I'll tell you what, Michelle might not be wrong.
About what?
With her pick for him to win the whole thing. She might not be wrong. She might not be wrong.
I don't know about that.
He's definitely going to do very well.
He's going to do well.
It's possible.
But they also had him lose to Saxon Huxley.
That's true.
God fucking damn it, they had him lose to Saxon Huxley.
They did, but him and Go both have 4 points, so
yeah.
See what happens.
Yeah, I know they were off like for a week.
Yeah,
They're
good.
Picking back up.
Thank you, Noah.
So for our little pool
tournament,
there's only 4 participants.
Yeah.
I am in the lead with 21
You
points.
are cleaning up.
Again, Noah books like shit.
Right.
That's how you got to fill out your bracket.
Absolutely.
Ed
right.
is in second place with 16 points. Yep. You are in third place with 15.
Coming for you, Ed.
Michelle is in fourth place with 13.
Yes. Good showing for her picking matches based on the first time ever seeing the people. I'll say this. The G1 let us down. We talked about the winner last week with Tim winning. Worst case, that was the worst possible scenario for me.
It was.
I don't know why the process server hasn't served anything for him yet, but it's going to be there. But the new goal is not to let Ed win the N1.
So
because we've promised Ed a segment on this show.
If Ed wins N1, Ed gets to have a segment on the show. Not full time.
No.
Once.
Yes.
And listen, he could say whatever he wants.
You're right. He could do
literally.
He could do whatever he wants as long as it's not a racism. Not that Ed would do that.
Ed, don't do a racism.
Don't do a racism.
Yeah, but Ed could do what he wants for one segment.
Absolutely.
I don't care how long it is.
Right.
I don't care if he wants to call us and talk to us. I don't care if he just wants to record something.
If Ed wants
himself,
to come and talk on the show, I'll figure that out.
Whatever he wants to do.
Right.
He could have it for 1 week.
Yes, 1 week. If it's a pre-recorded thing, I'll have probably Joe screen it before. I won't screen it, but I'll have Joe screen it so that we know.
Screen shit, brother.
Well, screen for us because I'll tell him to.
Well, I don't know. We'll see.
But the more important thing is you got to keep your fucking hot streak going.
Dude, I'm 21-7.
I know, so that Ed does not get a spot.
Like
on
when
the
I'm
show.
going through filling it out, I was like, no, that's not right. Oh, why is this right? Like, I don't want to be right.
Saxon Huxley going undefeated.
Yeah,
Who'd
man.
thought?
Like, for real. Like, I think Ed booked him as getting 0 points. Like, he's got 6.
Yeah. Lance and Law winning the GHC belt in this tournament when he's not supposed to. Who'd have saw this coming?
I will unalive myself. So, all right, let's get to the grand finale here.
The grand pappy of them all.
The G1 Climax 33.
Yes.
So if you have anything you want to mention on the undercard, you can, because I didn't write anything down about these.
Yeah.
So did you have anything on the undercard from the semifinal show?
Is that night 18?
That was the Saturday show.
Yeah, so I have night 18 and night 19 on here.
Yes.
Taguchi, Kingston, Ishii, and Tana versus TMDK.
Really, your life was you were very happy. Yeah.
Listen, this is 3 of my current favorite wrestlers in a tag team, and Tanahashi, who I love and who I'm excited to do. We're going to do this weekend
on
with
Saturday. Yeah.
Against TMDK. This is a ton of fun. I saw a lot of people saying Eddie's putting more work into these tag matches than anybody has in New Japan ever.
Probably.
But part of this is that Eddie is just having fun tagging with these guys.
Yeah.
You know, he hugged Ishii the other day, all that sort of stuff. But in this one, he gets coached by Taguchi, which, oh my God, if I could talk to Eddie Kingston and be like, what was it like to take coaching from the coach himself? Taguchi, Eddie and Taguchi hug at one point in this match. They do, and all's right in the world.
You were weeping when that happened.
Openly weeping. It's just a fun tag match.
Yeah, it's fun.
Eddie's having a fucking blessed smile on his face. Huge crowd reaction.
Yeah.
And
just jumped by Hanare afterwards.
Right, and just getting his shit in. I like this a bunch. That's the only thing non-tournament that I have. I also have absolutely nothing to say about Okada versus Evil because I'm not a masochist.
Nope, nothing to say. Okada wins.
Yes.
Tetsuya Naito versus Will Ospreay
Yes.
in the semifinal of the G1. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
This
5-star plus.
was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Naito brought it.
Right. I'm sorry, Naito. Let me apologize to you here publicly.
Yeah, we're wrong.
I'm sorry. I fucked up. Happens.
We're fucking wrong, dude.
It happens to the best of us, dude.
We're wrong.
Absolutely.
A lot of people have been questioning Naito.
Right.
About him being washed.
Right. Well, and let me defend ourselves. We said he was at the beginning of being washed. He's not washed
Yes,
yet.
we said-
and that is still kind of true.
He's got the toes in the
right?
water, though.
Because like Tana has been washed for a little while now.
Yeah.
But like, remember how good he looked when we saw him in DC?
Yeah.
Like he looked fucking good.
Even the match he had against Naito in this tournament, he was awesome.
Right. It was awesome. So
Naito definitely bought into the I'm going to ramp this motherfucker up at the end when it matters.
Right.
It's the match he had against Zack Sabre Jr., match he had against Tanahashi. Dude, this against Ospreay was an absolute masterpiece.
yeah, 5+ stars. Like I love this match.
It's just incredible.
I think it's one of Naito's best matches of his entire career.
I agree. And I'm not just saying it because of recency bias. I agree with this.
I think it's one of Naito's best matches.
Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
As our brother Cannon said, I may not like him as a wrestler.
Yeah.
I may be warming up to him, but god damn it, what a professional.
Yeah.
For what happens towards the end of this match, where Naito gets rocked for real.
He absolutely does.
He was in another galaxy.
Yeah, rocked by a low kick.
Ospreay caught him right in the fucking face with a kick. It
Happens.
just happens, man. Wasn't intentional. It happens. But you could see Ospreay walking him through the end of this match and saying, "You got this. Come on, you fucking got this." Unbelievable professionalism by Will Ospreay here.
Yeah. So, and here's the thing with Ospreay, as I'm warm to him also, he still, and it's a common complaint, right? He still, in matches, just does things to do them, which is a valid form of wrestling in this day and age. It's just not my particular favorite form of wrestling. But heavyweight Will Ospreay is so much better than cruiserweight Will Ospreay to me. I know that's not going to be everyone's opinion. I know that he's not doing like the crazy big flips and the choreographed stuff that he used to do, and people really eat that shit up.
Yeah.
And that's fine. That's cool shit if you like it. But like heavyweight Ospreay, I'm enjoying watching him put it together.
He's the fucking best.
It's awesome.
To me, he's just the best. He was fucking incredible, but that's not taking anything away from Naito in this match because Naito brought his fucking game.
Yeah.
That like powerbomb reversal where he DDT'd Ospreay was crazy.
Right. Well, so the thing too in New Japan right now with Ospreay is like he's kind of the guy, right? Like obviously Okada's the dude, but like Ospreay has sort of been the most successful of filling that Kenny Omega spot where people seemingly don't want to have a bad match against him, right?
Yeah.
Because he's the guy who gets the video clips, he gets the gifts, he gets the social media attention outside of just the regular New Japan circles. So like, you know, him and Tonga Loa, both the most gift New Japan wrestlers. But
What an embarrassment.
what an embarrassment. But so like when people wrestle Ospreay, just like they used to do against Kenny, like you fucking show up for these.
Ospreay is getting to the point where he's having the not so great wrestlers have good matches.
Yes, absolutely.
And the good wrestlers have great matches. He's really put it together.
Yeah, for sure.
This was like an instant classic. Naito wins again. After that, he got fucking rocked, and all of a sudden we're up on the Discord. We were freaking out.
Naito kicked out of everything because I didn't think this. Nobody had picked Naito.
Kicked out of everything.
I didn't think this is where this was going to go. But like, we were just like, holy shit, he kicks out of everything, and you're like, Naito looks fucking great.
Yeah, this was incredible.
Yeah, really
Absolutely
was.
incredible.
Really was.
Do you have anything from the main event, or not from the main event, but the final night undercard?
I do, because Eddie's in another tag match.
Yes.
And we're talking about my heart being happy, a smile on my face, a tear in my eye. Eddie tagging up again, gets the, this is maybe like It's not my favorite Eddie match of this tournament, but it's my favorite like Eddie moment because Eddie is so good at playing the character he is, and it's him, and like doing the things he needs to do in the ring. But he's cheesing this whole match, man. He's got this smile on his face. He has a Mongolian chop off with Tenzan.
So great.
And he's so fucking happy. And then he gets to take and give corner chops to Kojima.
Which I saw Kojima tweet out about how much he loves Eddie Kingston.
Right.
That's so cool.
Legendary. I got goosebumps right now talking about it. Legendary thing for Eddie.
Yeah.
To be a Tiger. He got to do a spot with Tiger Mask. Like, him and Ishii double Enziguri Tiger Mask. The Eddie Ishii bromance is a thing that needs to go on forever.
I love that Eddie's the only one that can calm Ishii down.
Right. He rubs him on the head.
Pats him on his head, gives him a big hug, and he calms Ishii down.
He's the glue that held this team together because Ishii hates Tana so much.
Yeah.
For real, just to watch Eddie have this time there and get a tiny curtain call at the end.
The curtain call part was awesome.
To hold his hand up, to wave, to thank everybody.
And have that crowd just like embrace him and love him.
I hope he's back.
What a dream.
I both want him to become the most important wrestler in AEW and be back in New Japan soon.
Simultaneous.
And you can't do that too much.
You can. If anybody can do it, it's
sure. But I think he'll be back. I think a lot of the wrestlers were impressed with him. You know, obviously him and Ishii get along really well. Obviously Tana likes him.
Yeah.
But for Kojima to tweet about him and, and just the guys he's wrestling to tweet about him and to talk about how much they like wrestling him and how much, like.
Dude, look when he got announced for the G1 and Jun Akiyama took a picture wearing an Eddie Kingston shirt saying he's cheering for Eddie.
Right.
Like,
and Eddie, and Eddie said next trip at Kobashi and Akira Tao, he's going to meet him. Like, just really cool, great stuff for Eddie. I could not be happier for the dude. Yeah, because he got his picture
with Chono, too. Oh.
Just being able to watch him live what I know is a dream for him is such a special thing. Because Eddie, more than almost any wrestler ever, feels like us.
Sure.
Yeah. Like, I know that Joe, I think on At Odds a couple weeks ago, said that Eddie is the new Terry Funk. Yeah. We've said on this show that Mox is the new Terry Funk.
Yes.
I think Eddie...
They're both.
But I think Eddie also has a lot of that common man in him.
He sure does.
And when Eddie's out there doing something, it's like a hand reaching out. Touching your hand. Touching my hand, Eddie. And that's the thing, like, when one of the reasons why Dusty was so successful is because he'd show up in blue jeans and cowboy boots, and he'd be like, like, my belly's a little too big, my hind is a little too big. And, like, Eddie gets a lot of those same fucking criticisms that are unfucking founded.
Yeah.
But, like, when the factory worker did it, but, like, if you're a fucking factory worker coming home after work, spending your paycheck, going to a wrestling match, you immediately make that connection with Eddie Kingston. And that's what I do. When I watch him do stuff, I'm like, I'm immediately connected to this guy. Yep. And like, I don't have the like necessarily parasocial relationship that a lot of people have with other wrestlers these days. But like, Eddie feels like one of us, and we've been watching him for so long. So he truly is a guy that I've seen his entire career wrestling in fucking VFWs, bingo halls, basketball courts, backyards, like, like open fields, all that shit. To make it where he is has been a joy. And to watch him have this dream come true and live his best life. And he said, like, old dreams accomplished, new dreams coming.
I love that.
And I love it so much. Yep. It literally could not happen to a better dude.
It's true.
So that's the most important thing on this undercard is that Eddie is having the time of his fucking life. Yeah. And then comes back and gets the big fucking pop in AEW.
Yeah, well, and then later in the show, he jumps Hanare from behind, and when they're pulling him out of the entranceway, he's trying to gouge Hanare's eye out.
Right, because Hanare is going to be his first challenge for New Japan Strong, which I guess probably going to happen in that Vegas show.
Yeah, the Vegas show.
And that'll be a great match. I hope Eddie has a long fucking run with that belt.
I do too.
He's the fucking coolest, man.
I love Eddie Kingston. God bless that man.
Yes.
So the finals of the G1, sir.
Yes.
Tetsuya Naito versus Kazuchika Okada.
Yes.
Tetsuya Naito.
Yes.
You sick motherfucker. How dare you put on two absolute classics in less than 24 hours separated.
And different, because this match is all neck work.
Man. Oh,
and here's the thing, like,
match.
I'm not like trying to like toot my own horn or anything, but when Naito beat Ospreay, I was like, he's winning everything. Like, it's just what it is. It's his time. He's winning fucking everything. That's the longest yawn in the history of
It
yawns.
really was. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I had to mention it because that was a law. I was like, when is that going to stop?
Yeah.
But I knew when he beat Ospreay, I was like, he's taking this whole thing. This is what it is.
See, I never put anything past Gato because Gato sucks.
Right.
And he historically doesn't give a shit about Naito.
That's true. But this is mostly network, and this crowd, like, Okada's the guy, right? And we say on the show all the time, this company lives or dies by Okada. It's what it is, right? By the end of this match, this crowd's 80% for Naito.
Yeah, they're going nuts for him. Okada's being a grumpy.
Yep.
He's being a little grumpy
and
boy.
He hits the outside DDT. Yep. He does all the stuff he's doing.
Yeah.
And Naito's supposed to be like the I don't give a shit bad guy here. He has the crowd going crazy for him.
Yes, they do.
And this match rocks.
Dude.
It is slower paced than the Ospreay one because it's Okada. It's a different style. More deliberate, you know. But man, just a hell of a like technical, psychology based grab a body part, work it kind of match. Crazy,
dude.
Crazy good.
Naito hits that final Destino.
Yes.
Oh, I was standing.
I like that movie. Sorry.
What?
Final Destino.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I was standing in my bedroom, like freaking out. I was like, "This is fucking cool as shit."
Yeah, it was awesome.
I was just like yelling at like 5:30 in the morning, like, "This is why I love New Japan."
Yeah.
As Kevin Ford said,
this night I went to bed and woke up. I think
crazy man. As Kevin Ford said, this felt like peak like 2017 New Japan when it was really like every match was a banger.
Yep.
Fucking incredible. Naito wins. I'm curious if they're going to roll with Naito Sonata for Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah.
Or if they're going to try to take the belt off Sonata before Wrestle Kingdom. Hopefully not to Evil.
Yeah. I don't think so. I think you can take it easy on Naito for a bit.
You have to now.
You're gonna have to. But I think the story there is Naito Sonata as a sort of mentor-mentee one-on-one for the title on the biggest stage kind of thing.
It could happen.
Does Naito get his title run that he didn't really get to have, right? Because his title run was pandemic.
Yeah, he won it in January of 21,
right,
or 2020. And pandemic started 2 months later.
Yeah, and AEW's kind of doing it and whatever. So giving Sheeta her run and that. So I don't know that you have Naito win. Like maybe. It depends on how bought in you are on Sonata. If you want to go like Sonata proves himself by not only winning the title but then beating his former leader.
I think you have to have Naito win.
But I think because it's Wrestle Kingdom, I think Sonata's had it for long enough. I think you have Naito win and get his flowers before he's done. But I think you just have to do that. I think you can hint at Naito losing it, but I don't think you do. Like losing the opportunity or Sonata losing the title. Either way, I don't think you do. I think that's the better story. I think it's certainly a better story than Evil versus Sonata as ex tag partner. Former shitty mega powers collide.
Yeah.
But I think Naito Sonata's the money.
So to wrap up the G1,
yes.
I'm going to ask you 2 questions.
Okay.
3 questions.
Yes.
Number 1.
Down and to the left. Oh, sorry.
Number 1, what were your top 3 matches of the tournament?
Okay. I've been thinking about this because I knew you were going to ask it.
You know me.
I am going...
Go reverse order.
Oh, shit. I gotta rank them? Yeah. Okay. Number 3, Eddie Ishii.
Okay.
Number 2, Ospreay ELP. Number 1, Naito Ospreay.
Naito Okada doesn't make your top.
Does not make my list.
Oh my God.
It was great and I loved it. And it does not mean that it's probably technically a better match than Eddie Ishii, but I like the style of Eddie Ishii wrestling more.
Okay.
So it's a tough decision. It's right there, it's interchangeable, but that's where I'm going.
So for me, number 3 would be from the quarterfinals, Okada, Zack Sabre Jr.
Okay. Good match.
Number 2 is Naito Okada.
Okay.
Number 1
Yeah.
is Naito Ospreay.
All right.
Because
Nice.
my God,
Yeah.
I need to go back and watch those. I think.
Yeah. Naito Ospreay to me is it is by, and this was a good G1, head and shoulders above any other match in this whole tournament.
Oh man, it's
Ospreay Naito's that good.
Yeah, we'll be. I think we're going to be talking about that one at the end of the year.
It's that good. It really is.
So, were you satisfied, overjoyous, or disappointed in this G1?
I thought this G1 was better than I thought it would be. I'll say overjoyed.
Okay.
I liked it a lot. And not only the wrestling, I think the environment helped too. And I said this before when I was watching Triple Mania. I really like being able to long distance hang with people.
Oh, of course.
Right? So that adds to the experience, right?
Shout out to Dwicky, my fucking early morning warrior.
And that's the thing. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Dwicky, Silverthorne. Whoever the hell. So many people were in and out on that thing watching these with us. Quaggy, I think, was there for a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
All the people, all the Dave Howard, he was hanging in there a bunch, ruining his fucking sleep schedule.
Yeah.
But all the homies, all the friends, great stuff. But yeah, I thought this was a really good G1. It's the most of a G1 that I've ever watched. I know you didn't miss a fucking night.
So this is the first time ever I watched every match of the tournament.
This is, I think, the first time ever I watched at least one thing from every single show.
Yeah.
So big time G1 stuff. I was pumped that Eddie's there, and that's why I watched one thing from every night, because that one night really stunk, but I still watched the Eddie match. That one
was real bad.
But it finished real strong.
Yeah.
There was really great stuff in between. There's some shitty stuff. I said in the beginning that a bunch of people I'd cut out of this thing and drop a block or two down, drop a block away or condense or whatever, or make the block 6 people instead, whatever. Chase Owens doesn't have a fucking right to be in these things.
No.
Tonga,
Same with Yano.
Tonga Loa is a fucking embarrassment.
Yeah.
Hikuleo, they put too much on his shoulders too soon.
Yep.
And finding out how old he is. I don't know if I think he's peaked. Tama Tonga's fine, but I can do without him. But I really like this G1. How about you?
I'm going to say Hikuleo was actually 32, not 31.
No. Happy birthday.
Going into the semifinals, honestly, I was kind of baseline.
Okay.
I didn't love it.
Okay.
Just because a lot of the decisions were very puzzling to me.
So I think that's an important distinction of our experiences, because I avoided crap. And you watched everything.
I watched everything.
And I was like, I ain't watching evil matches if I don't have to.
I got to give a little shout out to Super J Cast, another podcast. They covered New Japan. And one of the guys on there kind of made a point with the evil stuff.
Yeah.
And just how unbearable it is. And
it is.
He said, a lot of people that came over to New Japan came over to get away from that type of shit.
Absolutely.
And then you're really showcasing this type of shit, and it left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths.
I get that.
And he said it, and I go, yeah, I totally get it.
I get it, yeah.
But after Ospreay Naito and Naito Okada, I'm going to say I'm overjoyed with it.
Good.
Because, man, those matches, it made me fucking feel alive, dude.
And then the way it's supposed
watching these matches where this is the reason. This is why I fucking watch this goddamn company.
Yeah.
And then who is your MVP of the tournament?
Oh fuck! Well, how do you judge that?
Your personal preference,
do you judge?
brother?
It's tough. Do you judge on overall consistency?
Whatever you want.
Do you judge on who has the best performances overall?
Okay,
because you know what I mean.
So here, MVP, and I'm not gonna say least valuable because that obviously goes to Chase Owens.
Does it though?
Yes,
To that Tongaloa fucking chop spot that he redid in that tag match.
I understand him beating Ospreay is criminal.
Yeah.
Most underwhelming.
Underwhelming. Okay. Man, MVP is so hard because, like, here's the thing. Every year, the most consistent wrestler in the G1 is Ishii.
He's always up there.
He's always
right
consistent,
there.
right? But he doesn't win anything.
Doesn't have
right?
to.
But then do you go, okay, but who had, if you go like top matches in the whole G1, Naito was in the top 2 matches in the whole G1, basically. So is it him? Or Ospreay was consistent, gets his win over Okada. That's tough, man. That's a tough fucking question.
I only ask the hard questions.
That's a tough question because MVP doesn't necessarily mean the champion, right?
Most valuable.
It's who's the most important to the tournament as a whole.
Don't I fucking know, Joel Embiid?
I know. That's why I said that. Man, that is a tough fucking question, man. Shit. I'm gonna go MVP for the most consistent is Ishii. I'm just gonna say Ishii.
Nothing wrong with that.
Just because honestly, barring like anything, did he have a match against Evil? I don't fucking remember. Was he in that block? He was. Barring that, and even that, he tried. Ishii's the most consistent wrestler in the G1.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am going Will Ospreay.
Figured you would.
Absolute classic against Naito.
Yep.
The only one to bring back old Kenta.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that. I forgot about that.
That's the one match where it made ELP look like a credible threat.
That was a great match. Yeah, that's
finally beating Okada.
Yeah.
Having to deal with taking a loss to Tonga Loa.
Oof.
The Ospreay Tai Chi match from like the second day.
Yeah, that's a very strong argument.
So
yeah,
I'm gonna go Ospreay.
You're right.
I really
thought it was his too. Like he was doing such a guy. I was like, okay, this is his. But
he is clicking at and operating at such an insane level.
Absolutely.
And I'm going Ospreay.
And the next thing is underwhelming.
Most underwhelming.
That one's real easy, but it's not his fault. Kaito Kiyomiya.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Gene Snitsky.
It's not his fault, right? But New Japan treated him like a fucking bitch. And that sucks because, and I picked him to win because I was fucking the long shot.
Sure.
I thought whatever, but like this man should have at least been the runner up in his block. He should have been treated better. He should have had his moment with fucking with Okada and didn't fucking get it. Yep. So what's the fucking point? If we're going like worse or it's Evil's fucking terrible, Tonga Loa had
not
real
worse,
bad matches,
just underwhelming.
Some guys I thought Tai Chi from his couple matches he would have done much better than he did, but. Booking, win-losses booking aside, and his matches were good.
So technically Gato's the most
Gato is absolutely the most underwhelming. But yeah, I'm going to say Kiyomiya just based on they should have done it. Somebody's got to do better for this fucking guy. Somebody has to. Come to LVAC, maybe they'll put you over Big Dan.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I am going to go David Finlay.
Oh man, that's what a perfect answer. You're better at this than I am.
I'm going David Finlay.
What a milquetoast fucking idiot. That's right. Given the world and does nothing for it.
He had such a great G1 last year.
Did.
We were so impressed with him.
Didn't do it this year.
Didn't do it.
Yeah, you're better at this than me.
It's not. Oh, hey man, it's not about that. Yeah. It's just throwing ideas.
His name didn't even pop in my brain.
Yeah.
Because I'm not thinking about him.
Exactly.
Right.
Because he did nothing.
But he was given the world.
He won a block.
Right, he won a block. Right. For what? For nothing.
Nothing.
Right.
He had a good match with Ospreay, with Will Ospreay.
Which could have been Eddie's block, and Eddie could have had had a good match against Sonata and lost, and the tournament would have been exactly the fucking same.
Yeah. I'm going David Finlay. You're this new leader of the Bullet Club.
Mm-hmm. Everybody else in this Bullet Club is better than him.
You have to think, like, when's Gabe Kidd going to take over as the leader of the Bullet Club?
Right.
And I'm not a Gabe Kidd guy, but I'm not a Gabe Kidd hater. Yeah. I think his shtick kind of sucks. He's just doing Conor McGregor and the Paul brothers.
Yeah.
But, like, dude brings it.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
Yeah. He's committed.
And, he's committed.
And he can work.
Perfect. He's committed.
Yeah.
He's not David Finlay who's slow, plodding, and I'm a bad. Like it doesn't work for you, dude. So I'm gonna say most underwhelming David Finlay. I expected not a great tournament out of him, but as like being positioned the new leader of the Bullet Club and this big heavy hitter, and for you to win a block and for me to be like, it's very unmemorable.
Well, and we know that this is Gato's handpicked boy.
Sure.
And that's what they're doing with him. Like, that's as far as he gets. Like, you're right.
Not good.
Especially last year, he had such a good one, and this year, it's like, okay.
I agree with the Kiyomiya answer, too, man.
That's a booking. That's a booking thing.
Last week, I didn't.
Yeah. It's funny.
I made my voice heard.
Right. It's funny because it's sort of the opposite, right? Kiyomiya is given nothing but making the most out of his matches. Yeah. And Finley's given everything and doing nothing.
Doing nothing with it. It's such a weird dichotomy.
It is. Yeah. That's a $7 word right there. I like that.
Thanks, pal. So that's it for this week with actual watching of wrestling.
Yeah.
Saturday we are going to.
Do you want to pick your favorite domestic match? Because since I think we both picked. What's your number one is Naito Ospreay, right?
Yeah.
From this week. Doubt. Okay. What about domestic?
I'll be honest, man.
I know my answer.
Slim pickings.
See, I know my answer straight up. I
mean, just for my own personal enjoyment, I gotta go with fucking the Texas Chainsaw Deathmatch.
Right, me too.
It's just I have to.
Me too.
Like I love that it pissed off so many people, and just like the live everyone last night, the Discord would be like, "This is the coolest shit ever."
Right, no, 100%. That's my domestic match of the week. Nothing came close to my enjoyment.
Good, nothing really was like knocked out of the park wrestling wise. So. I'm going with this for sure.
Absolutely.
So this Saturday, we will be in Philadelphia.
We will be.
At the ECW Arena for the All-Star Junior Festival. Very excited for this.
Absolutely.
I'm very happy you decided to come.
Yes.
Makes me a happy boy.
Listen, Taguchi. Thank Taguchi when we see him.
That's true. Yeah, you're going to have to thank him. You're going to have to bow down him. And did you go buy red underwear this time to show him?
And boo the shit out of everyone that's pretty much been announced after Taguchi because if I had known who was on this
Except for
show,
Alex
Shelley. But if almost everybody else was announced after Taguchi was announced before Taguchi, I'd be sitting my ass home on Saturday.
Yeah, it'd be real.
As soon as they announced Enzo before Taguchi, I'd be like, it doesn't matter. I'm done. I'm out.
That's bad.
Not fucking happening.
So that's Saturday.
Yes.
And it's not really a weekly purchase.
It's not.
It's a weekly gift.
Right. Kind of.
Sort of.
So shout out to Ryan Cerny in the Major Brothers board. You sent this to me. And I reached out to him to get the deets without telling you, so that
you sidewinded bitch.
Well, because I knew you wanted to go, and I wanted the deets, and we'll figure that out. Because I was the holdout there, right? So but he put in the Majors group that he had 2 tickets to the Impact New Japan Multiverse United 2,
for whom the bell tolls.
The second crossover they're doing, which has Taguchi on it. Although in the opening, in the pre-show opener
Sunday
against Enzo, but whatever.
Well, not on the Impact show. It's against Heath.
Taguchi?
Yeah,
Taguchi's against. Oh no, it's not. No, Taguchi on the
this one on this one on the Impact show. It's against
Joe Hendry.
Yeah, Heath, Joe Hendry, and Yuya Uemura.
Oh right, Yuya Uemura's there. That's funny.
It's like Taguchi, Master Wato, and somebody else. I can't remember.
Oh yeah, who the hell is it?
I don't know.
I don't remember. But yeah. So he said he had these 2 tickets. I talked to the guy, and he was traveling in for work, and the work changed where he was going, so he can't use them anymore. And he was like, if I ever run into your show, just buy me a beer. I'm like, you sure you don't want anything for them?
Yeah.
And he was like, nope. He sent me the tickets, barring any sort of us getting there, and they're like, these are fake, which I don't think they are. They look legit to me. It's all digital, and he sent me the email and all that. We didn't transfer anything, but it doesn't really matter. I have the whatever, the codes. But so we got 2 free tickets, almost on the ramp, for the Impact show. So we're gonna go down the second night.
Fuck yeah, dude!
I couldn't pass them up, Yeah. So shout out again to Ryan Cerny. Really awesome,
big ups,
awesome
bro.
thing.
I appreciate.
I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna take pictures, send him. Put in the board. I told him I'm gonna let everybody know that he's a fucking solid dude. So when we get pictures and all that shit, gonna shout him out in the group. Shout him out on here
for sure.
Really fucking awesome dude for that. So. Couldn't pass up free tickets.
No.
Couldn't pass up night 2 of cheesesteaks. Couldn't pass up getting 2 gooched.
Your gooch is getting dude.
Gooch and 2s all over the place.
Can't pass up Julia.
Julia's on the show. It's a second shot of me ambushing Taguchi and telling him I love him.
Alex Shelley, Hiroshi Tanahashi's
Right,
on it.
Right. I'm gonna go pee during Moose.
Isn't it Sami Calhoun, Yoshinobu Kanemaru?
It is.
What the fuck is that?
I'm gonna drink so much that I have to pee at least 4 times during the show.
Good. Yeah, because listen, there's good, but there's some bad on this show too.
Oh, for sure. Let me find this card.
While you're looking it up, I didn't buy shit this week. No purchases for me.
Wrestling wise, I bought nothing.
Yeah, I didn't buy anything.
But I did buy a Blue Beetle action figure.
Yes, you did. It's fucking making me want to buy everything now.
And
you son of a bitch.
I did buy you a birthday present.
Oh, what the fuck?
What's your birthday?
You butthole.
Coming up.
It's almost my turn.
So there's.
It's funny because your birthday present's sitting in my car right now.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go out and look at it.
Nope.
So here's the card for Impact New Japan Multiverse United 2 For Whom the Bell Tolls.
Oh boy.
Kosai Fujita. So
yeah, we
Ichiban Sweet Boy.
Yeah, Ichiban Sweet Boy.
And Robbie Eagles versus Catch 22.
Okay.
That's TJP.
And Francisco Akira.
Yes. The New Japan Strong Women's Title 4-Way. Julia versus Deanna Purrazzo versus Giselle Shaw versus Momo Kogo.
Oh, okay. Momo from Stardom.
Who wrestled in the tournament for that title initially.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So that's cool. Scramble match. Chris Sabin versus Elite Hunter Frankie Kazarian.
Oh, Jesus
versus
Christ.
Bushi. Versus Rich Swann versus El Desperado.
Oh, Despy.
Versus Yo. Versus Mao.
Okay.
Versus Kevin Knight.
Isn't that like a tag?
It's a scramble.
Okay, I thought it was a 3-way tag.
This is a scramble here. 12-man tag team match. The Bullet Club. Ace Austin, Alex Coughlin. Oh, so your boy's definitely going to be there.
Oh, my God.
Chris Bay, Clark Connors, David Finlay, and Kenta.
Oh, Kenta.
Versus the Gorillas of Destiny. Oh, God. Which is El Phantasmo, Tama Tonga, and Tongaloa. So we're gonna see
Leo's not there?
Nope. We're gonna see the Tongaloa chops in person. Josh Alexander, PCO, and the DKC.
Oh, God. DKC.
Eddie Edwards and Moose versus TMDK of Zack Sabre Jr. and Shane Haste.
Oh, Zach.
Moose is going to look like, at least Eddie's going to work with these guys.
Yeah.
Moose is not going to fucking sell for Sabre Jr. Yeah. Sammy Callahan versus Doki.
Oh, he's against Doki? That was against Kanemaru.
No, it's against Doki.
The Doki Choki.
It's the Doki Choki.
That's going to be me peeing in the bathroom.
Tag team match, Hiromu Takahashi and Mike Bailey versus Leo Rush and Trey Miguel.
Okay.
That'll be good.
I can fuck with that.
And the Impact World title match, Alex Shelley versus Hiroshi Tanahashi.
All right.
The dark matches are not listed on here, but Taguchi is in the first one.
Okay, yeah.
Let me see if I can find this, because I saw it the other day.
Yeah, I know it's Taguchi, Master Wato, and somebody else I can't remember right now.
Yeah.
Against Joe Hendry.
Yep. So here you go. According to Wikipedia, it is Joe Henry, Yuya Uemura, and Heath versus Rocky Romero.
Oh, Rocky.
And 6 or 9.
Okay.
And then the other dark match for the Impact Digital Media Championship is Kenny King versus Yoshinobu Kanemaru.
There's
which actually be a good match. Kenny King's a good worker, man.
That's going to be weird.
So there you go. And then this says that the 8-way scramble is the first on the main card.
Uncle Nobu.
So according to Wikipedia, which is a different rundown than Cage Match has, they go the scramble, Doki, Sammy Callahan.
Yeah, they're never
right.
No.
The main event, Alex Shelley, Tanahashi, but this has right under the main event TMDK versus Catch 22.
Okay.
And they have Robbie Eagles is in TMDK, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's him and Ichiban Sweet Boy.
Fuck yeah.
I'm excited to see Ichiban Sweet Boy.
Me too. I'd like to meet you, Mr. Kosai.
So there you go. But yeah. So fun card.
Yeah.
Impact a little. It sucks we got to see Sammy Callahan and Moose. I never wanted to watch those. Like, really, the main reason why we didn't buy tickets is because those guys are on the card. It's just not fucking worth the money.
I know, we were just like, we'll watch it from home.
But right. No. But yeah, it's going to be cool.
Can't pass this up.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah,
so
I'm very, very excited.
Thanks again.
Yeah.
to Ryan Cerny.
Yeah, you're the man.
I'm assuming Cerny, Kearney, C-E-R-N-E-Y. I don't know.
You're the man. Appreciate you, bro.
But yes, awesome stuff. Excited for the weekend.
Yeah, fuck yeah,
the
dude.
freaking weekend.
It's a freaking weekend.
We're going to eat some cheesesteaks.
We eat so many cheesesteaks.
Multiple times. Maybe more than twice. We'll see.
I might die.
Listen, I'm a butt man, and you put your butt on the line. Butts are sacred to a butt man.
You're going to have your ass blown off. That's what's going to happen.
It's fine. I'll wear my red underwear so you can't see the blood.
Oh God. Jesus.
But yeah, that's it, right? I didn't buy anything else, I don't think.
That's it, pal.
All right, pal. Well, that's it then. Thanks for listening, everybody. This has been We Need Wrestling. We're a proud member of the soon-to-be-named network. At STBN Network on Twitter, soon-to-be-named-network.com, soon-to-be-named-network.tumblr.com. Plenty of other shows there. All our other show, Wings on Wings, At Odds with Wrestling, Final Wrestling Place, Longbox Heroes After Dark, Puzzle Warriors 3, a bunch of other shows. Check all them out. Look forward to upcoming sports talks and with guests and whatnot and draft shows.
There may or may not be an upcoming sports talk being recorded Monday night.
You can find us at WeNeedWrestling.com, at WeNeedWrestling on social media. I also have dedicated myself to uploading the shows to YouTube every week.
I know, dude. You're a fucking
So I spruced up our YouTube a little bit, got us a little banner on there. I also changed all the Wings on Wings logos. But nobody,
I saw.
Did you see that? They changed over
I noticed,
somewhere.
brother.
All right, I didn't know if they changed over anywhere.
Yeah, I noticed.
I know they did on like social media, but I wasn't sure if they did on through the podcast feed or not. But yeah, so like one season left, and I'm changing that shit. But
I like it.
So but yeah, check all that out. Check us out. And we'll be back next week with our full rundown of our weekend activities and whatever else happens to pop up.
I'm so excited.
Fingers crossed, everybody, that I get to meet Taguchi.
I mean, that's just how it ends, right?
Yeah.
You're getting too gooched.
You're listening to the soon-to-be-named network, the Lamborghini of podcast networks.
Knock it off, nerds!